Good afternoon, everyone. We are in the session 2 of the third day of our FDP. We have with us the renowned personality, Dr. M.B. Rajesh, Associate Professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Model Engineering College, Ernakulam. He did his BTech in Electronics Engineering from Model Engineering College, Ernakulam, MTech in Electrical Instrumentation and Control System from MIT Calicut, and PhD in Intelligent Signal Processing from Cochin University of Science and Technology. Previously, he has worked as HOD of Electronics in College of Engineering, Charthala, Principal in Ilakhya College of Science and Technology, Muvattupuzha, Associate Professor and Head of Department of Electronics Engineering in College of Engineering, Punyar. He has published 26 papers in various international and national conferences and selected international journals. His current positions include Vice Chairman in Instrumentation of Engineering and Telecommunication Engineers Kochi Center with charges as IETE Students Forum, Kerala State Student Coordinator, Computer Society of India, Vice Chairman, IEEE Kochi Subsection, Vice Chair for Signal Processing Society, IEEE Kerala Section, invited member of Staff Promotion Council of Technical Officers of DRDO, member of Expert Visiting Committee of AICTE, academic auditor for APJ Kerala Technological University, member and panel of Question Paper Setter of Kerala PSC, technical jury of Kerala State Council for Science, Technology and Environment, KSCST, Government of Kerala, member of Doctoral Committee of KTU, Anna University, MG University, KIFOS, and Satyabama University, Chennai. Distinguished lecturer in Digital Signal Processing, Artificial Neural Networks, etc. in IEEE Kerala section. Member of the Advisory Board of institutions like St. John's College of Engineering, Rajagiri College of Social Sciences, etc. Technical consultant of ThinkPalm Technologies, InfoPark, Kochi. Representative of National Testing Agency for examinations including NEET, JEE, etc. Expert member of the project of Atal Tinkering Lab at Government of India, at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Alva, and many more. On behalf of Government Polytechnic College, Kottakkal, and all the participants, I welcome you, sir, to the program. Kindly take over the session, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody. As a precaution, is it audible? That is the first step in online classes, which we are going to discuss, I think, various aspects of post-COVID education. Is it audible? Can anybody respond?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. No issues.
Okay. Thank you very much. Continue. And I think we will concentrate to the slide. Therefore, I am switching off my video. Even though I am looking very handsome today, the slides will be more than enough for us to continue, I think. So my plan is to have a general thought process, which I have experienced, or all of we have experienced as teachers, especially in the COVID situation. And some of my, opinions on how we can handle this particular situation, this particular pandemic period, especially in the field of education. And of course, I think we will enjoy a break that is very much essential. And then we'll try to introduce some tools which I found interesting. I'm sure that you might have overloaded with a number of names like Kahoot, this and that, and a lot of online platforms. And many are wondered and even worried, how can I log into all these things which I will use? Don't worry about that. N number of solutions are naturally available. All of them are having somewhat the same features. What we can do is switch. Select one and stick on to that. That is the only possible way. Sometimes, of course, we may be able to select between applications as well. Anyway, my objective is to introduce some of the favorite platforms which I have found interesting in the online classroom management systems. The problem here is, this is challenging for me, especially this is the afternoon session. this is an online classroom. This is a challenge for all of us. Otherwise, also the afternoon session is little challenging. We will be witnessing people physically sleeping. Now I have no guarantee that all of you are very attentive. There are nearly 200, I think, or plus digital sign-in. I could see all of you are digitally there, but how many of you are there physically as well as mentally is a question. Because many may be on bed because this is afternoon first hour. Many might have logged in, placed their chair in front of the computer or a mobile phone and might have escaped out of me. All these things can happen. So these are all great challenges in an online class management scenario. Now, let us look into how this has evolved and what are the important points. So we are talking about education. We are all interested in education because we are all educators, teachers in a general sense. And teaching the teacher is the most difficult part. That also I know. That is a challenge of an FDP as well. Because many teachers are thinking, we know all these things, what the guy is talking about. Okay, anyway, just for official purpose, I am sitting. So our psychologies are a little different. That challenge is also there while we deal with the FDPs, I think. And coming to education, before coming to education, we usually talk about industry, industrial revolution. First level of revolution, second, third, and now we call it Industry 4. We are now at Industry 4. And in engineering colleges and polytechnic colleges, we are trying to develop manpower which are Industry 4 ready. That is a talk in the placement cells everywhere, Industry 4 ready. And we are worried about the skill and attitude and soft skills, etc. of our students. A lot of discussions are happening. Anyway, it's very interesting that we can and we are talking about Industry 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Surprisingly, we are not talking about education like that. Education 1, 2, 3, 4, we haven't never heard. For centuries, I think education is the same thing. And surprisingly, as I said, the same education, which we haven't seen changing at any period of time, is supplying the manpower for the industry, which is rapidly changing like 1, 2, 3, 4, and above that. So this is a mismatch, basically. And the pandemic has created an additional opportunity for all of us to change. Otherwise, we won't change. We are all in government system. Majority of we are in government system. Even if you are not in government system, the education sector is mainly controlled by the government regulations. Therefore, introducing a change is very, very difficult. Even in engineering colleges, I am sitting in an engineering college. At the beginning of the pandemic, when we were talking about online classes, many teachers were very reluctant to do that. They said that my computer is not very beautiful. My internet is from BSNL, that has become a backward nowadays. Therefore, I cannot take the classes. But that won't be possible because we are in a particular situation called a TINA situation, TINA. There is no alternate solutions. Therefore, even if you are not interested in dealing with the online classrooms or a kind of platforms, you are to do that. That is a situation. And I think in future, we may not be able to go back to a old normal because we are now in a new normal with all these facilities and online classes. Probably what is going to happen is a hybrid model, I think. And the very meaning of campus and college is going to get redefined. So this is the general thought process. And upon that we are talking about education, online education, etc. Now, the major question is, if work from home is possible, why not study from home? This is the question. We are all assuming that, and we are saying to the government and to the management, everybody, that we are working from home, even though we are not truly. But that has become anyway the word in the corridor. You should always say that I am working from the home, even if you are not. And if it is possible, why cannot we study from home is the question. And recently, there were many discussions in the technological university, in the polytechnic stream, everywhere about examinations. And finally, in many places, we have skipped the examination, especially for the lower semesters. And that was an eye-opener. By doing so, we now realize that there is no problem with not having an examination of the conventional kind. We can even assess students without examinations. Of course, there may be difference in opinion on this, but anyway, when the new kind of systems are getting evolved, I think not only the education system, any subsystem of that, including the system of examination, is going to change. And if you Google, because all the information there in the Google, right? Google, there is a very important school of thought called unschooling. Can we avoid the so-called schools or campuses and study otherwise also? And these concepts like the unschooling are now coming up in a big way. Anyway, many of the teachers, even our teachers, are thinking like the online classes are the product of COVID. No, 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 it's not like that. It started much before. COVID has become a catalyst for these platforms and blooming of this platform. Never think that this is the product of this pandemic, online classes. And what I have written in the slide, even if somebody is very reluctant in reading this, do not read, just listen to me, but don't sleep. That's the only request. Even before pandemic, many universities were seeing declines in enrollment for campus-based programs and parallel increase in uptake of their online courses. This happened when the MOOCs platform has arisen. Many universities, and one of the university in the US, I couldn't recollect its name, was writing something like this in their name board as my last sentence. This university will be shutting down by 2022 because they have seen decline in admission. We are seeing the same scenario even in government engineering colleges and government polytechnics and other institutions, including government institutions. There are challenges in getting the seats filled. So that university, which is a very famous university, was writing like this: our physical campus and learning process will be closed by around 2022. So they have written it around 5 years back, even before thinking about this pandemic. So what I'm trying to tell you is, pandemic has become a catalyst for online education and the boosting of that. At the same time, it has become a lens to look into the cracks of the current education systems. Because initially we were all upset on how we handled this situation. Now, many are not interested in going back to school. That is also, I think, psychological approaches, issues, or sometimes. Now, many are thinking like that this way also it can work. Why should we travel in the very morning? Why should we travel back at the evening? And a lot of struggle in reaching the, institute. And in government means every time we are switching from one place to other. So all these are going to be difficulties. And it's out of the box. But anyway, at this, contest that the government of India is coming with the new education policy, NEP 2020. Yesterday, I was participating in a debate on that, in which Dr. Session2 was also a speaker. So the new education policy, I request every teacher read it. I think Gopakumar. Okay, I think some mics are on. Gopakumar is speaking. You want to announce something? Okay, I think so. The discipline in online class is very difficult. Teachers know very well. Okay, anyway, that's good. But anyway, what I'm trying to suggest to teachers is try to read the NDP. The document is available online. National Education Policy. And education is one of the most important challenges. It will surely change after this. Traditional education this is the core of the online approach. Traditional education is very top down, heavy handled. Sit down and read, be quiet, don't ask questions. These are our commands to students because we want to finish the portions at the earliest. There is still a lot of room for innovation in our way of teaching and learning process. And surprisingly, the major stakeholders in any education system is the student. But here, nowhere the student comes, other than in the college, union, or senate. Nowhere in the decision-making process students are part of, in designing the syllabus, in designing even the working hours. In some organizations, I know the working hours start at the convenience of the driver who is handling the student's bus. So he cannot reach before that, so the classes will only start after that. So the student has no point in any of these decision making, in the evaluation process, in the evaluation structure. So it has become a nightmare for the students. And in the current educational system, what I feel is either teacher-centric or system-centric. There is a system, DT is there, IHR is there, university is there, so many other stakeholders and decision makers are there, who all take very surprising decisions at many of the time. Therefore, when with this background that we are switching to the online education paradigm, the achieved online concept, this is a very old picture of what education is. Other than me, somebody else is also talking, I think, with their mics on. Yes, yes. Okay, is it okay? I think I will continue. So this is a funny but very eye-opener kind of a picture on what is an education. The old guy sitting with a lot of heavy textbooks is the professor. Okay, all of us are sitting like that, and a lot of textbooks, and the teaching assistant who is rotating the machine is the teaching assistant. He is, I mean, crushing all the textbooks, and you can see that with wires, everything is connected to the heads of every students, so that this has become the education. This is what is happening at school. We are forcefully feeding all of them the same stuff without looking into their personal taste, abilities, and talents. Or the new word is the skills. So that is what is happening at a school, pathetically. Over the period of time, it has not been changed. Many educational commissions and reforms, syllabus revision, everything came in, but the basic system remained the same. That is the unfortunate part of our education system. And now the new online platform has changed everything dramatically on a fine morning. These are the teachers' perspective. The teachers are worried about the educational system in these manners. Students not paying attention. Even now, I don't know how many of you are actively participating, how many of you have only digitally logged in and escaped. That is one thing we are missing. Interaction limited to question and answer. Some teachers find that dedicate some time for taking attendance online. Okay, you type your class number or name on the chat board. I will allow 1 minute for all of you to write, then interact. So forcefully, we have to make some arrangements to have an interaction. Online test involved, that is very difficult part. Even though the learning teaching process can be handled to some extent, many teachers are worried about how we exactly conduct a conventional examination in an online platform. That is a challenge even now. Even though you are trying to approach the final sessions of the FTP, many are not even now not very sure about it. Many speakers might have, talk to you. They're all talking about a quiz program, online poll management, etc. You can answer yes or question or objective type questions, etc., are possible. But in our system, emphasis is on a written examination with long answers, essays, and diagrams, etc. Nobody has so far come up with a very good, excellent solution, I think. I will come to that later on. Plagiarism is easy there because your questions are there in Zoom or some other platform like this WebCo, WebEx, etc. But the answers are over another parallel platform called the WhatsApp. The students are sharing the answer through WhatsApp. Limitations to technical literacy. That is one another challenge faced by all the teachers. We very well know, especially teachers in the engineering college and polytechnics, very well know that students are much friendlier to us as far as all these technologies, including the online teaching learning platforms, are concerned. Many teachers are very afraid of starting with online classes because they don't know how to sit in front of the camera. They don't know how to write something. They don't know how to share a screen because the students knows all these things. So they themselves felt very irritated over that. And another challenge every teacher, including me, is facing is that now your classes are very open. Previously, it was limited to the four walls of the classroom. Now, every stakeholders, the managers, the principals, the HODs, the students, the parents, and somebody not even connected to this can listen to this. This is a dangerous point. We should all very careful about that. And of course, even though these kinds of inertias and concerns were there, many of the teachers have raised to the situation. Look into a teacher in Karnataka. She is a very intelligent teacher. She want to write and teach because writing and teaching is good. I think we try to avoid PPT. I use PPTs only for seminars like this where we can have a friendly talk, chat, and or even a sleep in between, etc. But you are seriously into technical classes, it is better you write and teach. I will come to that point later on. But anyway, look into the teacher, what she is doing. She devised a new mechanism. That is a tray of a fridge you can see. She has turned on her camera, and below that, she has white paper and sketch pen with her so that she can derive, write, and teach. That's really wonderful, right? So don't say that I don't have a computer which a touch screen, I don't have a graphics tab to write. This is the way out. This is the way out. As electronics, I mean, not only electronics, as engineering teachers, this is the way we have to address the system. This will work, no problem. This will work because our communication equipments, the mobile phones are sufficiently powerful. They will work for these kind of things. If you can transmit your nonsense photos in Facebook and WhatsApp using this telephone, why can't we use it for this type of a this is very safe, I think. If you use a glass, the edges are very sharp. Now, the teacher is very intelligent. The edges are very much covered with a metallic frame. So it's very safe. It is very safe. I think it is not very heavy also. So that will work. So that is one way technology can work. This is the challenge of the teacher anyway. Many teachers don't have internet connection. And even heated arguments were there in government. Whether the internet charges will be paid by the government, whether the government will give us laptops, what facility the college is going to do, nothing they will do. I'm guaranteeing either DT or IHID, nobody is going to do anything upon that. It is our responsibility to see that we are working from home. And how we pay for the internet, you convert your bus charge, petrol charge, and car expenses to internet. That is the only solution. Otherwise, you have to travel, right? But anyway, I think altogether the financials will remain the same probably. Now, this is the challenge of the student. Previously, I have heard from my parents, all of you might have heard that we struggled a lot to study. We walked distance, kilometers and kilometers, right? That is the cinema dialogue. Kilometers and kilometers to study, go to the school. So we struggled a lot. Now, I think our students, our current students can tell to their children like this. See the very famous photograph that has become very popular in social media of Sriram from Bangalore, Sriram Hegde from the outskirts of Bangalore. He was upon a tree for 3 hours to listen to a lecture because of range issues. Many of our students are saying that, sir, I am attending from the terrace. Sir, I am attending from the top of the hill. Sir, I am attending from the top of the water tank or something like that. And it is a very dangerous struggle to attend the classes. So you can tell these stories to your children how we were struggling in attending and learning. So limited internet, limited attention span, that is another problem. Limited attention span, environment full of distractions, no social interaction. So when we sit alone, not more effective than a YouTube video. Many of the online classes, including what I am doing now, is effective than a YouTube video. There is no guarantee that people are listening to that. They may turn on, they may play it, they will go for tea. There is no guarantee. Then, when the students are more and more happy about the online classes, any clues, I think I will make it some interactive through the chats. Can you, because you are all now good in this, you are all doing, I think, online classes. Can you tell me on online classes, when the students will be more happy on an online class? Can somebody just type in your experience? Because I am not the only teacher who is doing this. All of you are good in that. Yes, colorful. This, I think you are talking about my slides, not about me. Previously, they were not, but now they are accustomed to this one. Okay, they can switch off their video and audio and relax. That is the funny part of that. Very good. Showing video, they are happy. Interactive, video off, video on. When I say tomorrow, no class, that is the answer I am expecting. Now I think please stop chatting on this question. We will put in another question. The students will be very happy if you announce a class today and cancel it tomorrow. They are extremely happy. That's what I have found. So what is the indication of this? We must limit ourselves to not more than 1 hour. 40 minutes, etc. are very perfect. Don't take classes longer than that. Other than for this FPP, okay? This will be somewhat like killing you all. So because we are meeting only once Therefore, some assigned portions need to be covered. Actually, teachers are supposed to uncover the syllabus, but we are all covering the syllabus. That is convenient for us. I will also do like that. I will cover whatever syllabus Sriraj has instructed on me. Okay, now eagle eyes on them. That is very convenient because they are. I will come to different aspects. That's a good point. Who made it? Sujit, I think. Your observation is very good, Sujit. This is because in a class we have slow learners and fast learners. Even though we have so many limitations like this, the classroom like this, the online classroom, is found to be very good for shy and slow learners in the class. Because in a class we will be in a hurry to finish the portions. But if a slow learner want to hear all the stories again, all the derivations again and again to study it well, this recorded classroom, at the first time he will listen online, then it is available in the recorded form. He or she can listen to it many times so that it is convenient for them. For the fast learners, this won't make a sense. So these things are very interesting. Now, even though we are sitting alone at the comfort of our house, don't think that it is more effective and peaceful than our conventional classroom. No, actually distractions are more. Now I got two calling bells. I was forcefully hauled on my table and sitting here to handle this. I don't know who has come in between. This is happening. And if you listen to the online classes, you can see the sound of barking dogs, cats, kids playing on you, pushing you out of this. I request every teacher to listen to online trolls, online class trolls, so that so many funny situations, all these are there in our home also. And for the student also, sitting alone is not concentrating things, nothing. So many distractions. When you are at home, so many distractions. But when you are at college, you are only for that. But when you are at home, you are for so many parallel things. A call from wife to have a tea, and I know the tea is better than this class, so I have to switch on that. Then there will be a visitor coming in. Then there will be distraction by small kids. I request every teacher to keep a separate place for online classes. Don't let anybody come in, including your kids. Let them cry outside. So like that, so many distractions are there. It is very, very, very difficult to have a 1 hour class without noise, without, background music like barking of the dog or something like that. Guest at home is an issue, and the serial time is another issue. Your mother want to see the serial in very loud voice. You want to take the class. You don't have a proper door for your room. So many issues. All these are issues. The guest at home is an issue. That's what Satish is saying. That's correct. Not more effective than a YouTube video. So be very careful about that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, please participate in by typing in something. Whichever is very interesting, I'll announce through mic. And when we move to the online classes, this is what is important. There are 3 E's, which is very important in our online system: engagement, evolution, and exploration. It means like this. I will tell you what it is. Engagement is during the classroom. Attention span of 15 seconds is estimated. Overcoming distractions is a challenge for both the teacher as well as the students. Teachers are more worried. If in between the small kid comes and push your computer, telephone, everything out of you, the entire class become a funny show finally. Making it about them. So during the class, you have to find out some tamashas to see that all the students are somehow engaged. Not just digitally getting participated, but actually involving also. Some noises are coming in. That's another issue. Somebody is standing on the mic knowingly or unknowingly is another issue, because many of our teachers are not good in handling these mobile phone, etc. Children are very good in that. So they will press here and there, and finally it will go out of control and they may not be able to come back to the normal situation. Better you quit them and then rejoin. And then evaluation. Evaluation should have, engagement is during the class, evaluation is after the class. So after the class, you may ask Thomas, have you got it? Or at least, are you there? Etc. Etc. You have to see that summary of the class is conveyed. Do they remember what we said at the beginning? Etc. Etc. May be good. And the third phase is what is very important: exploration. Before next class, you see that will they remember it later? Because now many are saying to me that I am also on a day-to-day basis attending in webinars. Many are saying that people have started sleeping upon webinars. This is correct, I think. This FTP itself might have been horrible, I think, because the people like us are coming online and killing you like anything. So therefore, it's very important in the conventional. I mean, college teaching that prior to the class, next class also, it is better to interact to some other platform before coming to the online class directly. Just to chat with the kids, students. I think there will be two WhatsApp groups in every class, one with the class teacher and one without the class teacher. The other thing is of more freedom and they want to say something about us. That is okay. That's good. That's always should be there. And a very disciplined, highly disciplined WhatsApp group with the class teacher also involved. There is no postings in that. So you request your students to give the troll postings in your group also so that you can enjoy what is happening out there and what their mentalities are. So this is important. And finally, in the online classroom, this is a challenge for all of us. Not only for the student to attend this, for every teacher, this is a challenge. That is what I personally feel. For example, this class is very convenient for the student. This is called the flipped classroom concept that is coming up. Anyway, now the online classes looks almost student centric than teacher centric. This is because look into my second line. The student can listen to any class at his convenience. He can mute the professor, he can rewind to the professor, he can pause the professor to go for a tea if it is a massive online course or a recorded video, and then come back and then listen to this freedom is very, very creative at times. But in a conventional classroom, he has no choice other than heavily sleeping over a very boring class. But in online, he can take a break. That is sometimes that creates a surge in energy level, and after a tea, he can come back to the class with 100% energy. So this is really student-centric. And I will tell you another challenge for teachers here. Every teacher should think about this. Okay, this is it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this is it. In the classroom, new method of classrooms. This is a challenge for the teachers. So I am looking into. I skipped one slide in between. I may come back to that. There are challenges for institutions, teachers, and students. What are the challenges for institutions? Institutional decay, teacher upgradation is an issue. Many teachers are not ready to upgrade themselves. I'm going to tell you that you are going to be, expiring. Expire soon. I will tell you why. Quality is the only concern. It is worth for the fee paid. Previously, at least people like all of us, some of us at least, okay, some of us in government was thinking like that. Being in government is supremacy. We don't go for any quality improvement, nothing. It's a guaranteed salary and guaranteed job. But no, it's not like that. In the state of Kerala, the three engineering colleges, the first three engineering colleges, which has got complete academic autonomy from UGC, are all private engineering colleges. Now, in future, nobody will look into whether the institute is government or private. They will only look into the quality, the placement pattern, who is teaching there. That is going to be very important. That is a challenge for teachers. Every day morning, I request every one of you to ask this question. Is it worth for the students to listen to my class? I'm telling you because I will tell you why. The institutions will ask the question, why should a student join in our institution when so many other peer institutions which are very beautifully managed are available around, irrespective of government and private? This is a very challenging question. Don't think that things are very easy in government also. Because of the gig economy policies, every pension scheme is getting changed. I think government is almost like private now. Gig economy, I request every teacher to read on gig economy, GIG. That means almost like contract jobs. Many of the teachers in many colleges are contract only, and the PSC appointment system has become very notorious and funny now. So in future, everything will be on contract, or what is a buzzword today is the consultancy, right? So that is going to come up. Therefore, very careful. We should be very careful. There is no pension. There is no, all the scheme of pension, the statutory pension, nothing is there. Government is changing. It is switching to gig economy. So therefore, come back to the challenge of the teacher. Is it worth listening for students? your class? What is the merit in advantage in sitting in your class? That is the question every teacher should ask on every morning. This is because for a single subject, say mechanical engineering or signal processing, which I do usually deal with, the problem of the online class is KTU students were circulating printed notes. The practice is there, written from some other teachers in some other organization. For every subject, they have a collection of KTU notes, which are very excellent, not prepared by any of us who are in government or anywhere, but they are excellent stuffs to pass the examination. And students will share among themselves that, don't listen to these guys. For this subject, this printed note is the best one. Like that in future, after all of us has recorded our classes and it is made in online in YouTube or some other platform, students, polytechnic students, forums, etc. will be there. They will tell you, for so and so subject, it is better to listen to the class of teacher A in polytechnic C. Don't listen to any other classes. This is going to happen because when everything became online, only the popular teacher is going to survive. There is no point in listening to my class, your class, but there is some other guy who is very good, very handsome than all of us, very good in teaching than all of us. It will be made available to the students. This knowledge will be made available by the students itself, just like the seniors will advise. Say for this subject, don't listen to our teacher. This is the best class which is available in this website. This is a challenge for teachers. So all of us should see that we will make reasons for the students to listen and sit in our classes. Otherwise, you are nowhere because thousands of engineering teachers, who cares you? Including me. Everything is including me. Okay. And therefore, the challenge for every teacher is best non-teacher. You should be the best teacher, no doubt, but you should be the best non-teacher is also. So the social media platform should be used for marketing. I request every teacher, every organization, every institution requires marketing nowadays. Students should come and join. Students should listen to your class. And in IHRD, what happened is recently, we have terminated all the guest faculties. We have 9 engineering colleges. I'm talking about engineering colleges, modern polytechnics, etc. there, other stream, engineering colleges. Now what the management is saying, this management is government. So when I say management, it includes governments, DT, IHRD, etc. What they are saying is, from the 9 engineering colleges, form a pool of good teachers for every subject. You count the number of subjects in this odd semester. That's what's going to happen now. Okay, we got 64 subjects or 100 subjects. Who are the regular teachers who can handle these subjects? List, irrespective of the college boundaries, fix the list, record their classes, made it available for all the students of all the engineering colleges. This is what is going to happen in future. We don't want any contract lecturers. We don't even want this much of permanent faculty members. So all of you are possessing vanishing, chairs, I would like to say. Along with your retirement, you will take it away. Nobody will be getting appointed in place of you or me. So therefore, it is very much challenging for all of us to see that we should create our own relevance in this platform, in this crowd. Otherwise, just by saying my computer is not beautiful, I don't have internet, is going to be very ridiculous, I would like to say. If the class is boring, the student will skip the class. Vidhu is saying like that. That is correct. That is the challenge for all of us. Correctly, he chatted with this slide. And what are the challenges for the students? They should ready to adapt to the new situation, because in modern engineering college, which is the place where 100% placement is happening, I am the placement officer, not because of me, don't think like that. I was also a student of this college. But anyway, students should adapt to new changes, because we have scheduled placement. We have started the placement drive online. Deloitte is the first company recruiting from this campus now. Everything is online. Previously, they were traveling to Hyderabad and reaching the campus and doing that. They are stopping it because everything is going to be online, and the hiring process is dramatically getting changed. You advise and inform the students that the hiring process is going to change. Everybody, including Infosys, they have rolled out a program called InfiQ. TCS has rolled out another program called Codvita. All these are platforms where anybody, including a school student, can register and learn coding themselves, like Python, etc. After learning like that, this is a free learning and open and online learning. After learning, if he feels that, okay, I can write some examination and get a certificate in this, ask for the examination. They will get you the hackathon, the questions to crack. Even 2-3 days will be given for that. And then what happens is, if the percentage of scoring is more than 60 percentage, then they will call you directly for the HR interview. This is where the government and the other institutions are going to get challenged. There is no need of saying in which institute you are studying. You register for the course, you show your talent, they will hire you. Previously, it was worth studying in Kalamajari Polytechnic, very famous, Maharaja's Institute, Thrissur Model Engineering College, Trivandrum Engineering College, NIT Calicut. They carried a tag, but I think that is getting vanished. It is getting blurred otherwise, because the person is going to be very important. Who and how he is doing things is going to be important. That is a challenge for all of us. Don't think that everything will be remaining like this. And we have to reskill. Both the students and faculty should reskill and prove certification, take certifications. Now, whatever degree we have, we carry till our death, right? I will die, fortunately, as Dr. Rajesh, somebody will die as advocate Kumar or something like that. But you know, what is going to happen next is degrees will be only provisional. In between, after say 5 years, the agencies, the testing agencies will conduct a test. If you're not scoring more than say so many percentage, your degree will be cancelled, because upgradation is what is required. Degree has become meaningless. If you float an advertisement for guest lecturer or even hourly based lecturer, you know how much applications you are getting. So what I have gone to an article called "Curse of Degree." Degree is Shabam. Yes, this is what is happening. Why we carry all these degrees? I wonder. After taking all the degrees, we are now thinking like that. What is required is skill as well as marketing. Somebody typed over, Sindhu is typing about LinkedIn. Very correct. If any of the teachers sitting in front of me, or sleeping in front of me, or even logged in front of me and escaped out of me, should have a LinkedIn account. All the students in Model Engineering College, the placement cell has instructed every student should have a LinkedIn. In future, nothing like a conventional hiring pattern will be there. Companies will look into social media network analysis, and data analytics are very powerful. They will look into your LinkedIn profile and see that, okay, you're a good stuff to appoint for this project. You will get a call. Please come and join us. Your LinkedIn profile says that you're good in this. If it is true, please come and join us. So this is what is going to happen. Therefore, everybody, including all of us, should change. Online may be more affordable and more accommodative in number ways, because in this class, Sriraj said that around 300 participants are there, which may not happen in a conventional classroom. We see such people only at state level conferences, right? Or the union meetings, which happens as Jilla Sammelanam or something like that. So, but here, any number of students can, in principle, attend our classes. So, you know, now many of the institutes, especially self-financing colleges, were complaining about students are not ready to pay the fees. Why? Why should we pay fees? No class. We are not sharing any resources. We are not even sitting under the fan of the school and not using your bench and desk, not using your computer and internet. We are sitting in our home. Why should we pay? This is applicable to government also. Okay, even though the fee is very less, this is going to happen. And in future, you know, there is no need that one elective subject or one paper should be studied from you itself, because globally online courses are available. Any student can register from any place from the world, and he can take the courses of any university in the world and get a certification. Then why should they listen to our class if it is not worth? That is very, very important a point. And this is going to be, affordable also. You know, the fees for private engineering, including polytechnic and engineering college, private polytechnics are also very popular. I mean, more in number in the state of Kerala also. This is not affordable for many students, but online courses are, because you will get it at affordable rate. And seasonal, often also like this. Onam Dhamaka is there for courses. Coursera, Udemy, etc. Announcing, Christmas, or Onam rebate for courses, which we cannot do in a government or even private system to alter the fees like that. See, that is going to happen. Don't think that the conventional system will continue. Education is also an industry. All the marketing strategies in industry will come here also. It's a business. That's why I am asking every manager or every principal, every director of education systems to ask the question, why should a student join us? That's a very important question. If you don't have convincing answers for that, it's very pathetic. And ask a second question, those who are parents, who have children, will you send your kids to your college or the similar institute? If the answer is doubtful or even no, then there are serious issues with our system. Many of us won't send our students to many of the colleges under our department. I'm sure about that. You are searching for some other institutions, accredited institutions, a placement scenario, everything we look into. That is a hot debate on public education. I do remember in Thodupuzha, my native place, there was a meeting by, I won't name them, a teachers organization, a very famous teachers organization. And meeting was, along with Shastra Sahitya Parishad, I was also a speaker there. And the event was getting inaugurated by the diet principal at that time. Somebody find out that the children of the diet principal is studying in a very famous English medium school in Thodupuzha. And the topic of discussion was how to protect public education and government schools. How funny it is. The meeting has ended up with a lot of, chaos and arguments. Finally, we could wind up that, forced to wind up that. So this is happening. This you should also ask. This is a situation. So this generation is defined by technology. FOBA and FOMO are two keywords. Fear of missing out. I think that is very important. Fear of being alone is, capturing all of us because we are all alone in our homes. This has created psychological issues for many. Many feel that I am alone, somewhat like alone in the crowd or something like that. And FOMO is another psychological issue which we all of do have as of now, I think. Fear of missing out. In between my class or any other class, you have two devices probably with you, one computer, one mobile. Every second you have to look into the mobile screen because WhatsApp is going, you are a member of n number of groups. So many things are coming up, not only my class, this is very boring, but tamashas are coming in WhatsApp only. So if you miss it for a while, so many chats will come, 100 chats you will miss means you are missing out something. In the friendly circle, you will be the only person who couldn't know about a particular point which happened 100 chats before or something like that. Therefore, because of the addiction to technologies, we have a fear of missing out. If I am not regularly looking into Facebook or regularly opening my WhatsApp chats or the Twitter, I may not be knowing certain things which my friends already knows or discussing. So we are afraid of that. And many of us think that I should know the things at the very first. When the transfer order got ready in the DT office, if you are getting it leaked first time, it's an enthusiastic kind of thing, right? In IHRD also it is like that only. So like that, getting the information at the first time or first instant is a problem for us. We all want like that. So I don't know why, but we want it like that. That is called fear of missing out. So that is another issue. I think any opinion in between or any questions in between, I think I will engage 2-3 opinions and questions here. It has become one way. I don't know how many are sleeping because of heavy lunch. Because the only thing happening collectively, effectively at home because of working from home is cooking by everybody. Everybody is cooking. I am cooking. All the husbands are cooking. All the children are cooking. But not washing, I think. Okay, these things are happening. So means education system is facing a change. Yes, education system is facing a change, and especially the NEP, new educational policy by the government of India, will overhaul it dramatically. Don't think that even government is going to be very safe. Every educational institution is going to be autonomous, and everything is going to be based on quality only. Don't think that previously many major organizations, including left organizations, were opposing autonomy, etc. Now, what is the situation? It has become the same situation like opposing the computer. Now, under the same regime, that 3 private engineering colleges are get autonomous status. So nobody can, block some of the changes, which is not happening because of Modi or because of Pinarayi. Just because of science and technology, it is happening. So nobody can keep away from that. Therefore, as teachers, we should see that changes are not happening. It's already happened. Now I have fear of losing job. Yes, Jayaprakash, I am also having it. So try to market yourself and see that you have an identity in the crowd. Identity in the crowd. Thousands of teachers, who knows you? That is a question for all of us. If it is not worth listening to your class, either by your peers or by your students, It is dangerous, no doubt for that. Think about our guest faculty members. They are all very qualified than all of us. Many of them are good performer than all of us. Our only advantage is that date of birth. You born somewhat earlier, you got the PSC appointment or the government appointment. No other merits. Please see that. Our children are much better than all of us in some senses. It doesn't mean that we are all very bad and sitting here, but not like that. Equally competent guys are very unfortunate. So therefore, we cannot sleep. We can only sleep on webinars. But these realities are very horrible that we cannot sleep. Okay, sleepless days are coming up because of the gig economy. That is a keyword I want to stress. If somebody hasn't known about this word before, please Google it. Everything is there in Google. That is a challenge of the teacher because every PDF is there in the Google. Some students are asking to some teachers, sir, you might have shared this document. Why you are taking this boring class? This is available, or at least tell me what's the source of this PDF for the particular topic. Sometimes we need to act only as a facilitator, not teach too much. That is very dangerous. So as Ganga is saying, we cannot sleep. If you are sleeping, that means that is the end of it. Please be very alert on competitiveness as far as technical knowledge is concerned, as well as adapting to technologies and realizing the reality. Understanding the realities. Don't think that in the NEP, etc., of the Government of India, New Educational Policy 2020, etc., there is no categorization like private and government, only quality assessment. Are you accredited or not? There is no question, are you government? That is meaningless. So online, I will just continue for some more 2-3 minutes, I think, and then of course we will have a breakup. And after the break, because this is horrible, it across 40 minutes. But anyway, a special case like this, that is a plan, right? Sriraj, we will be having a break, right? After around 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, sir. We can after 1 hour we can just break for 5 minutes.
Okay. Anyway, can I kill them for 5 more minutes, then go for the break? Yes. Okay. So, as far as the online education is concerned, we know that many of our students are interested in going abroad for higher studies, and that part is called online to onshore is trending. Many foreign universities are remotely onboarding the candidates for courses, but now they started only online courses like us. And when the pandemic improves, onshoring is possible. Not a substitute for campus education. I don't think that it is a substitute for campus education. But if there is no other way, if that China situation is excess, there is no other alternate situation exists, we have to be tuned to this. Aptitude, interest level, responsibility of the parents, etc., are increasing. That is another thing. The stakeholders of education system are, of course, teachers, managers, including government, parents, and even the PT and other kind of bodies or the local government, etc. Here, the parent, responsibility is increasing. This is the examination worry. I will get you an example. Many of our teachers, conventional teachers, I would like to say, are worried about how we conduct the examination. This is a tick. In Ernakulam, one of the schools, now everybody has started, one of the famous private schools has, sometimes back sent a message. One of my friends whose children are studying in the school shared it with me because he knows that I am very much interested in education. The message is like that, was like this. On so-and-so date, from 2 to 3 p.m., we are going to have an examination of mathematics. Please be with your ward. That is the message. You know what is the meaning of that? Please stand by your student and do the invigilation duty. That is it. The invigilation is upon the parents. And ensure that everything is happening fair and upload the answer by scanning it. That's all. If you are doing something or encouraging the students to do a malpractice, it is your responsibility. It is your credibility. And finally, what happens at a selection point where the student meet with an external evaluator or an interview board, if he is doing these kinds of malpractices, he will be rejected. He has to prove the skill. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the parent to see that everything is happening fairly. For whose benefit? For the benefit of their own children. It is none of the headache of the teacher and the institute to see that examinations are happening fairly. It is the responsibility of the individual student if it's a college student. Otherwise, it is the collective responsibility of the student and the parent. This is what is going to happen. Don't worry too much about that. Now we know that our online examinations are very funny. You need to value only one answer book and give the same marks to all of this because it's like that only. But that won't make a sense also, we know. But things are going to change. I am also faking such activity even from state school. Everybody is doing this. There is nothing like state and private. That's what I am consistently want to tell you. And collaborative teacher, student, parent management involvement is very, very, very required. And for very small kids like nursery kid, augmented reality, virtual reality kind of a thing may be required, but that is not affordable for everybody. We cannot have a high-ended computer system at every home. These challenges are always there. I'm skipping some of them. Now, with this, I will, this slide, I think we probably, come to the commercial break, which is more enjoyable. With the development of relatively inexpensive technologies, etc., the very word digital gap is going to be redefined. Now, digital gap means those who have internet and who do not have internet. But the new definition of digital gap is not like that. In the energetic, economic booster package, etc. The central government is focusing on internet availability. So once the internet is made available everywhere, there is no question on whether you have the internet or not. But the question will be redefined as whether you have the capabilities and skills to handle the technologies like the online classes, chatting platforms, etc. effectively. So the digital gap is going to be between people who know the technologies to handle those who don't know. So therefore, in future, a hybrid model will emerge. That is very important. Hybrid model of education. Our colleges are going to be just meeting places where half number of the students or teachers can come and just interact occasionally, and they can visit the office for the scholarship or some other purposes, official purposes, to get the certificates. We are all worried about the huge investment we made on ASAB laboratories and AC computer lab, etc. Nobody can sit there further, I think. AC conference rooms, all the institutions have become graveyard of electronics equipment. Especially in the post-COVID scenario, this is going to happen. And in government institutions, nobody is there to take care of this. And in our college also, now it has become a good house for rats. Many cables they have found very tasty. I don't know. Some of the Cisco cables are very tasty, I think. So this is what is happening. Therefore, the entire scenario is going to change. The entire scenario is going to change. We all should be digitally equipped and enabled kind of personalities, both the teacher, student, and even the parent to some extent. Otherwise, there'll be survival difficulties. That's what I understand. It was almost a one-way talk with a little chat here and there. But anyway, okay, it's not even a joke, Ganga. It is a truth, right? You might have faced it in your college. You enjoyed that rats and cable relationship too much. Very good. So with this, I think I will wind up the first part of this horrible engagement, and we will have a cup of tea. I don't know how Sridhar is supplying tea online. After that, we will come back with some more slides of this kind, which I think we have common interest in, and we'll try to just introduce some of the tools, which may be somewhat interactive in some sense or the other. Thank you very much. If you have some questions, please turn on your mic. At least I can hear your sweet voice, and then try to answer some questions for 2-3 minutes.
Rajesh sir?
Yes.
Sir, we can have 5 minutes. Those who want to have a cup of tea, they can make themselves. And if anyone want to interact with Rajesh sir, you can make this occasion. Those who are still fresh,
I am available online because my wife hasn't come back. So there is no scope for a tea, I think, for me. I will wait. If somebody want to share some of their experience, either on this FTP or the general online process that we are all subjected to, please share it, because many of you may also have experience like all of us. I mean, like me, I have some experiences. You should also have. Please share whatever is worth sharing. For that also, this
Sir,
time can be utilized.
I would,
Yes.
so I would like to share incident that happened. Actually, my husband is also working in a college. So they
Okay.
planned for a series exam, online exam,
Ah,
and
okay.
one student was there. He never used to attend any of the sessions or live sessions or video or whatever you post. He never used to even open it. And when assignments were given, his assignments were not posted, tests and all. He never used to even know about it. And when you include him or make him join in a WhatsApp group, he used to just quit.
Oh.
He used to leave. Then what they did is that they called upon his father and told him like these are the problems. He's not at all attending and all. Then what his father said was I felt very interesting to hear what he said. My husband asked whether he has a range issue or a network issue or some technical issues. Maybe because of that, he may not be able to listen. Then what his
Correct.
father said is that it's not because of technical issue. We have range over here. He has a very good phone. Thing is that he will be only available in a place where there is no network coverage, so that he will not be tracked by his teachers. So this is something
Yes, yes.
really that happened. Husband and students are now searching for places where there is no network coverage.
This is very easy. This is a usual trick we also use. HOD may ask, why did you submit? Oh, my phone was out of range. This is a common technique we all apply, right? We can blame the telephone connectivity, etc. Finally, NIA should come to track the connectivity correctly.
That will be required.
This is another use of technology, right? So we should be very careful about all these things. Very good. I will tell this story in some other place. Next day I have another seminar. Thank you for sharing the joke. It's not joke. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's the reality. His father said
Yes, a
he's
reality.
available. He will not be available in the premises where you have network coverage, so you cannot track him out.
At the same time, we have students like Hedge who is climbing a tree to attend.
Yeah. At the same time, yeah.
Hello, sir.
Correct.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear, sir? Hello.
Yeah, yes. Two
Hello.
voices are coming. It looks like a duet, female
sir,
and male.
You mentioned about
Ah.
of LinkedIn. Yeah, I have an
Yeah.
account in LinkedIn since long.
Professional.
Media, different from
Right.
WhatsApp. And my experience is they list the skills required by employees. So recently when they listed the skills, they number one was emotional intelligence, then creativity, collaboration, adaptability, etc. So
Yes.
can we expect all these type of skills to develop in our students through this online education?
This is a question again. So this emotional, consciousness, stability, all this we have to come through these platforms only nowadays because there is no other choice. The problem is these will naturally, because we don't have a very say we have syllabus for mechanical engineering, we have syllabus from DT for electrical engineering or circuit theory, but where lies the syllabus of life? Either DT or KT or MG University, nobody has proposed the syllabus for life. Naturally, along with the curriculum, in the campus, the kids are learning their life also, how to organize a program, how to handle failures, the so-called either supplies, if it is in academic terms, how to handle a crowd, how to handle a situation, etc. This is the training we knowingly or unknowingly should get impact in the students with our connection with the students. You think about how emotionally you are connected to the students. Technically, we are all connected. You are the class teacher. The list of roll numbers are available with you. That is the only connection some teachers possess with students. But we should be able to interact with more and more intensity with them. That is why I was talking about the 3 E's. there is an engagement between the last class and the next class. In between, if possible, it's now very easy to have a connection with the students because everybody is available in WhatsApp or so. If you feel that some student is facing a psychological challenge or a challenge of some relative worry compared to peers in the class, etc., you just give a chat. I know that it will work. Sridhar, how are you? What is your how is your father? Or what is your internet connectivity looks like? Whether I want to help, probably you need not help. But if you ask that question, that's very good. And we see that technology you can study from anywhere. If I tell you very frankly, for some of the subjects, no teacher is required. The notes are available, the PDFs are available. Sometimes just a mentoring and cliche kind of explanation is more than sufficient for some light subjects. But more assistance the new generation requires is on, soft skills and personality development. As a teacher, we should see that we are emotionally connected to the students. That's what I request every teacher. You anybody should feel like coming back to your college or to a college where you are sitting after they pass out of the organization, just to see you and chat with you. And nowadays, this connectivity is lifelong, I know it personally also. Such emotional connectivity, if you could bring in your classes along with your technology, whatever you are teaching, I think naturally these upgradation on how to work in a group, how to handle failures kind of things. These are the things that all the companies are saying. And in many of the major standard companies, they are reskilling and polishing the capabilities of employees. Suppose an employee is taking maternity leave and she want to work from home, that is encouraged first. Then if she want to reskill and try to do a lighter job because of other responsibilities, all these humanitarian things are happening also. At the same scenario of fear of job loss, etc., humanitarian thought process are very sensitive across the globe. That is why human rights have become women rights, women empowerment, human rights, everything has become very sensitive. That is why the Women's Commission is either become famous or notorious. Previously, we were not talking about these things. So therefore, I think our responsibility as teachers is not just to go there, sign the attendance register and deliver some content. From content delivery, we should emerge ourselves as problem solvers and menders, and in a true sense, as good friends. That's the only solution. Am I somewhat near to your point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Many of the parents are still have. Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in the TINA situation.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes. I'm hearing.
There
What's
are
your
two
name, sir?
types. My name is Pradeep.
Okay, please, Pradeep. I can hear you. All of us can hear you.
Sir, we actually in our society we are having two types of citizens, as you said. That is digi citizens and non-digi citizens. Okay.
Correct. Correct.
In the TINA situation, it is very essential to bridge the gap between these two citizens. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, that's what I have shown as a clip, and the current slide shows you the story. Connecting them. Okay.
How to bridge the gap between digi and non-digis?
This is an interesting question. How exactly we do that? What contribution we could do on this? So associated with that, there is a chart. Some of my students are engaged in part-time jobs because of their family situation, because of COVID, etc. Many parents think that the students are not physically attending the class. Okay, let them discuss all of them. How we bridge it is a challenge. For bridging it correctly, all the stakeholders, including the government, should come forward. So many charities of donating tab or TV, everything is happening around. But as a teacher, at least a crowd of 50 is under your emotional connect. How we try to bridge it? One thing that we can do is, I have done it. I have started the online classes around 2 years back in Zoom. when I was in Punyar, it is a remote place. I was taking the notorious subject DSP. So what I have done for the first day is I requested every parent to join. It happened in the night after the regular class times. 36 students were there. They all, because of this curiosity also, because Zoom was new to all of them, they all came. One mother told me, sir, this is the issue. When ഒന്നും പഠിക്കുന്നില്ല സാറേ, ഇവൻ സാറിനെ ഇപ്പോൾ വഴക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ പരസ്യമായിട്ട് അവന് വഴക്കൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് വലിയ സന്തോഷമായി. സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വമുള്ള വഴക്കാണ്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മള് അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് വൺസ് യു ഹാവ് എ മീറ്റിംഗ് വിത്ത് യുവർ പേരൻസ് ഓൺലൈൻ, കുട്ടികളോടും കൂടി ചേർന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, അവർക്കേത് അറിയുള്ളൂ ഓണാക്കാനൊക്കെ. And tell them to educate the parents also that this is what is happening. ഇപ്പൊ ഇത് സർക്കാർ ഇതാണ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത്, വേറെ മാർഗമില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഇടയ്ക്കൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് അത് വേണ്ടത്. So the funny things happened over a period of time is in February, March, we were shouting at students, off your mobile phone, listen to the class, study well. Now all of we are saying in the other way, open your mobile phone, listen to the classes and study well. See how the changes happened in 4 months. അപ്പൊ നമുക്കിതൊന്നും പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് we should take everybody into confidence. അതാണ് അത്യാവശ്യം. അതാണ് ബ്രിഡ്ജിങ് ദ ഗ്യാപ്പ് മീൻസ് ടേക്ക് പീപ്പിൾ ഇൻ ടു കോൺഫിഡൻസ്. ചില മാതാപിതാക്കൾ പറയുന്നത് ഇവൻ വെറുതെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറും കൊണ്ട് കുത്തിയിരിക്കുക സാറേ, അല്ലെ മൊബൈലിൽ നോക്കിയിരിക്കുക സാറേ എന്ന് പറയും. ചിലർക്ക് എന്താണെന്ന് തന്നെ മനസ്സിലാകുന്നില്ല. അപ്പോൾ encourage the students to invite their parents also. At least in that they won't bring the rented parent. Progress കാർഡിനെ വിളിക്കുമ്പോൾ വേറെ അപ്പുറത്തെ കടയിൽ നിന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്ന പോലെ ആവില്ല എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കാം, വീട്ടിലിരുന്നല്ലേ. So the parents will come and please try to tell them all these things. ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് സംഭവിക്കുന്നത്, എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയാണ് ടെക്നോളജിയെ കുറിച്ചൊക്കെ വളരെ ലളിതമായിട്ട് ഒക്കെ പറയുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ലെവലിൽ നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ബ്രിഡ്ജിങ് ദ ഗ്യാപ്പ്. വി ആർ നോട്ട് ഏബിൾ ടു പ്രൊവൈഡ് ഇൻഫ്രാസ്ട്രക്ചർ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ ജോബ് ഓഫ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് or private ventures or policies. Government is trying to increase the internet penetration rate. That is part of the policies. That's what I understand.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Because our capacities are limited as a government or a private engineering college teacher or an officer. We can take people into confidence. That's the one thing we can do. Okay, some people have already had a parent meeting. ചിലത് വളരെ ഫണ്ണി ആയി തീരും, ചിലർ വളരെ കൺസ്ട്രക്റ്റീവ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ചില കൺസേൺസ് പറയും. അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാം. ഇഫ് പോസിബിൾ യു ഹാവ് എ 1-to-1 കറസ്പോണ്ടൻസ് ഓൾസോ വല്ലപ്പോഴും.
Rajesh sir.
Hello, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
So dear participants, we can now just continue the session which is planned by Rajesh sir, and at the end he will take all the questions and he will give good answers. So
I don't even feel like this is a question answering session such that I am an expert.
Discussion, yeah.
Discussion. All of we are doing the same job. One message is also there. She told that when I am asking, are you there? MS class, just laughing. So I'll come to that. But anyway, we have to obey the coordinator. That's the discipline part. So I will continue my official story. And of course, we will come to some of the chattings later on. I think I'm not boring you too much. And we will appropriately stop at the pre-planned timing, following the pre-planned timing. But don't think that I will make you so happy by cancelling the next session. It won't happen to me. Okay. Another important issue that we should all discuss is, I have gone through an article. You know what is the title of the article? You can also search. Available in an online paper called Medium. The title of the paper was "Education is over." I have modified here it as "The conventional education is over." So his title was "The education is over." One thing in that he discusses in elaborate is that of examination. Read the sentence. Exam was built on a lie. The lie that information is the most important educational component. And this lie's toxicity is only matched by its ubiquity. That's very important. Examination is built on a lie. And what is a lie? The lie is that information is the most important educational component. So what is happening in our current education scenario is collecting so many information, data, PDF, content, by hearted and reproduced. And saying that examination is only doing that. So information and delivering, collecting and delivering information is going to be the only business in education. And we all know that is why we cannot conduct a conventional education online, because people will share the answers through WhatsApp. Why? Because the examination is a memory test. Rather than that, you give only one question to one student, a hackathon question, a problem solving question. If it is an engineering subject like computer programming or even a design or whatever it is, you give only one question. You give 2-3 days also, so that if he could crack it and write it, he is worth doing it. That's all. Give the credit for that. Otherwise, this copy-paste assignment kind of an examination doesn't mean anything at all. And why we are not ready to change this? Because the examination is marked by its ubiquity, means it is available everywhere. See, we have examination in India, we have examination in America also. Therefore, it is quite natural to conduct the examination. That's the only justification for examination. Examination is not worth, but it is very universal. That's why we are conducting the examination. And as I mentioned you earlier, education is an industry. Please be, and even government agencies are charging heavily, like additional skill acquisition program. A common student cannot join their courses. So that, because education is a business, education is an industry, and naturally for any industry there will be waste production. You know what is the waste production in educational system, in our current educational system? In the current educational system, the waste products are nobody, our own children, who is not passing the examination. The supply guys, they are waste products in educational system. That is what it is discussed. And nobody is usually worried about that, because everybody is announcing after the DT results, every individual institution and every individual teacher is assessing the pass percentage and saying that, I got this much pass percentage. I feel it quite pathetic that people calculate pass percentage. Why? I don't know. But it was a fashion with the private institutes previously. Now every government agencies are also asking. Our director is asking, your director is also asking about pass percentage and result analysis. I don't know why. What result with no results. But anyway, it's happening. So this is the waste products in educational system. So what happens with this waste product? Because this is an industry, we are coming with offers for the supply people. What is the tuition center outside? Special coaching for tough subjects like engineering, mechanics, and digital signal processing. Special tuition, again collect fees, again collect money. Remedial test. That is a fashion nowadays in campus. Remedial course and remedial test. Already they are fed up with regular circus. Additionally, we are planning for what? Remedial programs for socially and economically backward. Remedial program for students with more supply. There is nothing like a categorization over there. So many remedial programs. What is happening in this remedial program? Same stuff again and again, pushing them to the same machine and killing like anything. And if they are very fortunate, the second stretch or third stretch, they will pass. See, our examination system is usually compared with what is called what is that? Yes, the Russian roulette wheel. You know what it is? You search in the Google also. Russian roulette pistol story. In Russia, there is a pistol with 6, slots where you can, fill the, what is that? What we call bullets. Okay, bullets. In that 6 slots, you keep all the 5 slots free and insert the bullet in only one slot, then rotate it randomly, then shoot yourself. What is the chance of getting? You may die with a chance of 1/6 only, because only in one place the bullet is there. All other slots are vacant. The examination is almost like that. Naturally, pass. Somehow they will pass. There is more chance that they will pass. But on the day of examination, if he is getting delayed by a small accident, or if he has got severe fever or something like that, even if the good student, the one bullet will come and kill him like anything. And that becomes a heavy shock. So that this is a luck test kind of thing. It's not a test paper on subject. It's a luck, examination, I think. So that's why it is compared with the Russian roulette wheel problem or the bullet wheel problem. So this is a luck factor is also there. Therefore, we should develop some suitable mechanisms for examination. Hackathon is the new fashion. Any company are saying that. I have attended a meeting of placement offices organized by Infosys just before the pandemic. They are saying that we are stopping the conventional hiring style. We are not coming to the campuses. We will float hackathon. Ask the students to register. We will give 2-3 days. Whoever is solving is good. We will appoint them. Very simple. This is the test, not the conventional test. So flatten the inability curve in education is what we want to do. We provide the maximum facility to upgrade their skills and knowledge. So that is it. Examination. What is up? This is what is usually explained as a triangle. I think I will use another platform for explaining it. I put it whether a new screen is now visible. That green screen. Can anybody help me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So look into this scenario. This explains our education system. This is our current education system. You know, currently we are all in this lower side here that we are currently are. This is called data and information. Don't forget about the small letters if it's not readable. I will be telling you the story. Information. All of us teachers are collecting so many PDF, even PPT we collect and change the name and the university and college and make it ourselves. Everything we are doing, students are also doing. This is data collection, and data will be given to the students. They will draw some information out of that because they have to write the examination, etc. So we are mainly concentrated over to this point only. But actually, we have to go to knowledge and wisdom. So I was asking a question, what is the meaning in sitting in your class? Your classes become meaningful if you yourself have at least for one paper or somewhere here in the wisdom. If you have a true working knowledge and wisdom where this technology can be practically applied, then students will be interested in sitting your classes. So all of us need to work towards this end. And if you are somewhere here, then you are a good teacher. Otherwise, we are not. This is the point. And this knowledge and wisdom are the upper levels of this. And what is suggested is, this is mainly content based. The lower portions are content based. The next two are contest and community based. That means your knowledge should be very strong and that should be beneficial for the community or the society. Or otherwise, the lower part is mostly data, which can be done by machines. That is the funny part of that. The elements where machine can excel for searching, for data collection, computer is better than us. AI is better than us. But when it is applied as a good solution for problems around the society in which we are living, even developing a small computer app will be good for our local community. How many of you are doing such quality work or useful work for the common people? If one of our kids are very good in Python, Android programming, encourage him to do something like booking vegetables with simple things, then only it becomes knowledge. And so to survive, this is the survival mantra. We should be here to survive ourselves as good teachers. This is because I'm saying it because education is not a mechanical system. It is a human system. Please always keep in your mind, rules are there, regulations are there, discipline or the artificial discipline is there, ID card is there, attendance is there. All these things are meaningless if you don't have a humanitarian approach to all these things. So see that education is not a mechanical system, it is a human system. So if we can reach to this level of that humanitarian aspects of education, that is a holistic development, it is called, the complete development, then only our systems are going to be very useful. This is what I am trying to tell you. This is what it is. So from data, we travel to knowledge and wisdom. Data can be collected anyhow. If you download a PDF, the student will get you a better PDF. That is the situation. And in many of the teachers, the issue is, especially those who are doing MTech and above or PhD, what is the problem? The problem of the current era is problem of abundance, I would like to say. If you search for the topic, you get 1,000 PDF. You download all of them because your computers have good memory and never open any of them because we don't know what to open. All of them looks very good. And we are confused. So what is the best solution? Do not open anything at all. So this is happening. So the abundancy is an issue. Now, therefore, what is suggested is exam on demand and round the clock. Exam on demand and round the clock. Registration. I will tell you what it is. So there is a concept like that. 1 minute. Okay. In future, this is what is going to happen. 360-degree registration is one thing which is going to happen. Then on-demand examination. On-demand examination. I will tell you what it is. Some foreign universities have already started it. A student can register for a course at any time. Now we have semester beginning, year beginning, etc. Nothing like that. If somebody is working part-time, so one teacher was typing, my student is working part-time. Okay, no problem. In the new educational policy, NEP 2020 also this has got focus. And register at your convenience, online registration for any course. Okay, I want to learn Python. Register for Python in any of the recognized universities. Study yourself, seek help or otherwise study yourself. And when you feel yourself equipped to face an examination, ask for an examination. That is on-demand examination. They will give you 1 or 2 questions, probably hackathon. They will give you 2-3 days, solve it and get back to them. If it is fine, you will get the credit. And according to the new educational policy, any credit the student earns in his life go to ABC, academic bank of credits. This is almost like a CIBIL scoring in the bank. It is there forever. If you join for some other course in some other university, this credit will also be taken into consideration. So if you have a minimum credit, a credit minimum, he may be given a certificate from the last university that he is studying or the last organization that he is. This is what is going to happen. So therefore, there will be nothing like a particular registration with lifelong learning and lifelong probabilities of self-improvement. That is what is the concept coming up. 360-degree register. And when people will register for your course, the registration depends on the institution as well as the person who is dealing the course. Okay, Rajesh sir is offering DSP, Sriraj is offering circuit theory. If we are good, people will register. Otherwise, it becomes something like certain shops in Lulu Mall, nobody will enter. Even though it looks very good, nobody can enter there. Okay, fees is also an issue, right? Okay, but anyway, this is what is going to happen. 360-degree registration and on-demand examination. So please be prepared for that. At least be master in 1 or 2 areas. Otherwise, nobody will mind you. Therefore, we can, I'm saving time also. So this was the phases through which the online education has emerged. This is not made by me. This is also copied from, I think, Medium. One good article or Times of India, I think. So multiple phases of the response to COVID-19. Phase 1, rapid transition to remote teaching and learning. Our teachers were the major hurdle. No, we are not believing in online classes. It don't have heart. It don't have hridayam. This is not possible. We don't have a computer. Whether government will give the internet, who will provide us the mechanisms? So many doubts. So many people, leaders were there. Phase 2, re-adding basics, because there was no way out. February, March went like that. April, July, people started thinking seriously about it because they found that there is no way out. There is a China is coming up, right? So in phase 3, extended transition during continued turmoil. Institutions are trying to provide some platforms. Initially, colleges thought that we will provide a and sit here and take classes. Even that is not possible because the best example is the SDPK laboratories, which we have installed in polytechnics and engineering colleges. Never it has worked in it. The institutions logged in simultaneously. Because Zoom is better than all these arrangements. Anybody can sit anywhere and attend to the classes. Nothing like an AC conference room is required. Phase 4, emerging new normal. Now we are into the new normal and we are not thinking that the old normal is further possible. Therefore, 2021 and beyond may be a hybrid kind of thing only. Therefore, this is the scenario. So with that, I would like to wind up the first part of my presentation. Unfortunately, in the second part, we don't have PPTs. So I request every teacher not to use PPT. PPT, you read an article that also I have come across. How, if you search in Google, you get it. How PPT kills creativity. That is a topic. Because for engineering subject, it is better you write and teach. How to write, I will introduce 2-3 applications. The very one I am using was called EC Note. I will come to 2-3 softwares of that side, and a somewhat effective way to handle laboratories, because we don't have sufficient mechanism to handle laboratory. Other than computer engineers, nobody is comfortable with online labs. So I will tell you some mechanism which I feel is okay. This is a general feeling, because you might have introduced a lot of software and tools. That is why I have discussed these real world experiences and some of the thought processes which we can all discuss. And of course, I will now introduce some of the software platforms also, so that we will have a collective thought process on that. And then, of course, some of the tools will be introduced as such. So thank you very much. This is the first thank you, not the last thank you. So don't go log out and escape. The floor is open for around 5 minutes of discussion to conclude this, and then to the tools. That will be interactive also. In between also there you can ask questions. Any point you want to make at this level?
Sir, during this online session, what is the social values and that team building and all, right? If we are moving away from thing.
Okay, it looks okay. It's a tough question for me also. It looks like some of the notorious KTU or DTE question purpose out of syllabus question, right? This is a serious concern. What happened to our social life is a very serious concern. But slowly our kids are somewhat adapted to this, because of TINA. And what we can do is the campus life, the student organizations, the strikes, they're missing all these things. Even we are missing all these things. Therefore, how to recapture our social life is an issue. There are challenges in that. I think we should get more expert opinion on that. I have participated in a online Facebook discussion with Dr. John from Medical Trust Hospital. He's a psychologist. He was saying that you can try the hybrid model. That is the only way out, and try to keep people engaged. You can even form special interest groups. That is one solution. Again, this is online, and occasionally you can meet because the number of people are less in that. SIGs, special interest groups. This is not beyond technical subjects. You can form special interest groups in microcontrollers, but you form a special interest group in politics, special interest group in social issues, special interest group in humanitarian aspects of technology, special interest group in philanthropy or something like that. Then have a close discussion. If anybody is facing any challenges, boring psychological issues, parent-related or environment-related issues, etc., try to at least meet occasionally in the campus or somewhere which is very convenient for you, keeping all the COVID restrictions in place. So these are the only things we can do. And forming a small group is very effective. You can even try peer-to-peer mentoring. You form some good students are there, they're excellent in studies and ready to help others also. There's it's already there in many campuses like a peer-to-peer mentoring, etc. You can encourage, and you make a feeling that you are aware and attending their concerns. That is the only way we can do. And slowly, many of our kids are very much practiced to be online only. And many are saying that now we are talking to students of all the classes, but when in school we are not getting a chance because the intervals are very short. Now it is very easy to contact people. That also is coming up. I don't know whether it is true to the complete sense. But anyway, it's redefining all our lives, the way we travel, the way we commute, where we interact, where we learn. The way I don't know how people will survive without physically meeting their friends, boyfriend, girlfriends, teachers. I don't know. It's very difficult, but we have to. So these are not
Yes, sir.
answers.
Thank
These
you.
are just. Don't see that these are answers. I don't know whether I'm answering your question. Just we are discussing. That's all. This is what I felt.
Yeah, these are the general concerns we have.
Yeah, but we
We
should
have to
take
still
a
get a solution for that.
solution. But we try our level best to
Level
form
best.
smaller
Yes.
groups, mentor them, help them, call them like that.
Yes, sir.
In our times, there is a difference because even now, I am very, I think, I don't know, afraid, that word is not correct, but I take a lot of preparations before calling my professors. Um, I cannot casually call them. But our students are not like that. At any time, they will call us, right? That shift has come because of the technology, as in pervasive technology has reached everywhere. Even now, we are very reluctant to call our teachers, and we will call them directly only if it is very much unavoidable. Otherwise, we will only email them or maximally a WhatsApp message with the "Sir, can I?" Something like that, right? But our students are more free, so we utilize that to encourage them. Anything else? Anybody else want to say something, or can I shift to
Yes,
the
sir. Can I ask you a
tools?
question?
Yes, please, of course.
Okay. So, way before this pandemic, we were having NPTEL videos and MIT online lectures, not online lectures, recorded lectures and all. So,
Correct.
at that time, in my personal experience also, I did my BTech in 2011. But
Okay.
I learned more. I learned more concepts from this type of NPTEL videos or this MIT lectures. So, since this is a era of changing, so how we can how we can improve our valuation schemes. So now our conventional method is that we are giving some we are covering the syllabus. Then the students will by heart it, and they will come and write the exam. Then we are giving a certificate. But I
Correct.
think to improve the quality, we have to do something. We have to uh, change this pattern or valuation. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, I can. The challenge for all of us is that NPTEL videos are available for almost papers that we are teaching, right? Naturally, at least technically, all the IIT professors or the IISc professors are supposed to be technically at least better than all of us. I don't know whether their teaching is better than us. Then, what is the purpose of all of us? We can all be pushed out from the system. These NPTEL videos are available. According to the syllabus, students can listen to that and write the exam in a pass mark. But that is not suitable. This is because the standards of NPTEL videos requires a minimum understanding level and intellectual, position by the listeners also. Therefore, serving the same food to everybody is not possible. That is the relevance of local institutions or state level institutions, etc. But it no way means that any of these people are under privileged or something like that. Not everybody can get into IIT. That's naturally it is like that. But in a supportive mechanism, all these engineers are very relevant. They are good in some sense. Some are good in programmers. All the excellent programmers are not coming from IITs. All the good electrical or mechanical engineers are not only coming from IITs. So this is a collaborative system. But we cannot have the same kind of stuff for everybody. That is why we know the frequencies of our students, the local limited situations from where they are coming. So we are making the same content in a local flavor. That is what. Even you mix Malayalam in between, so many tricks you use so that it is more convincing and more understandable for our students. So don't think that our relevance are zeroed by the presence of these courses online. Everything is available in internet. That doesn't mean that you don't want. You are not required there. You should be there. The teacher should be there. But we should see that we make it very relevant. We should learn, we should expect, as I shown in the triangle, we should be there in the upper part, not for all subjects, at least 2-3 selected subjects. And then we should offer it very, very, very tastefully to the students. And on examinations, of course, the conventional memory test will go. What is suggested is the on-demand hackathon. When you learn a subject, you can learn from, say, whoever is asked a question, I don't know, that teacher. From that teacher, you can study, or from the IIT professor also you can study. You can listen to that also. We can listen to multiple classes on the same topic. And from every class, you may get 1 or 2 good tips. That is another advantage for the student. And finally, when he feels that I am equipped to write a test paper on the particular topic, he can demand for examination. That is the meaning of on-demand examination. And in some cases, if the student is working part-time or he has family constraints, etc., sometimes his degree can get elongated. That's an issue. But we have to look into that. A personal kind of attention should also be there. And because of the limitation, as I told you, the quality of examination, the credibility, etc., are becoming the parent or the student responsibility. Examinations. What I suggest the teachers is don't worry about the examination, because your conventional examination is not going to happen in this online. It's not possible. Applauding the answers, scanning the, it's awkward. Nobody will look into that. How many of you have sincerely valued these papers? I don't know. Because all the answers are the same. Therefore, we have to devise new mechanisms in which we have some work in that. We have some work, quantum of work involved in that, in preparing separate intellectual type of questions for individual students. Once you do it, you can apply that very effectively. That's what my thought process. We are all part of the system. There are requirements for roles for all of us, but we have to define the roles. Cinema chance കിട്ടുന്നില്ല വെറുതെ നോക്കിയിരുന്നാലും ചിലപ്പോൾ സിനിമ ചാൻസ് കിട്ടില്ല അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ സിസ്റ്റത്തിൽ if you want to remain for a long time, you have to think about it. And for young teachers, especially those who are not permanent in the government or private system, what I suggest is you should always have a plan B. Because of pandemic, majority of the guest lecturers has lost their job. And because of some other reason, many people in many places have lost their jobs. Therefore, a plan B is always essential. And if you think that you are a good teacher, then even some of the permanent teachers who are fortunate enough to sit in the chair, you can have an online teaching platform. Many of them are also doing excellent classes for PSC coaching and some other kind of things. Okay, I don't know what is happening to PSC as of now, but anyway, knowledge enhancing technologies. Then you always should have a plan B. Please suggest our students also, because many of our engineering graduates are not doing a suitable job. That is very important. That suitable job is very important, I think. Many are doing bus conductors too. Bank clerks too. Okay, banking is altogether software is okay, but unsuitable kind of jobs many are engaged into. Therefore, a plan B is a life mantra. So that's the general feeling on your question.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. You should always have a plan B. You're not a permanent teacher. And same advice should be given to the students also. You accept whatever job you get, but always search for the correct job. When you land up with the correct one, you stop there and start your life from there. Something like that. Anything else?
Sir, just a camera on ചെയ്യ് സാർ, നമുക്ക് കണ്ടൂടെ?
ക്യാമറ ഓൺ ആണ്, കാണുന്നില്ലേ?
കാണുന്നില്ല.
അതെന്ത് പറ്റി? എന്നെ കാണാൻ മേലാത്ത ആരും ഉണ്ടോ അവിടെ?
കാണുന്നുണ്ട് സർ.
സ്നേഹമുള്ളവർക്കെല്ലാം കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ ഭജന പ്രഘോഷക്കാർ പറയുന്ന പോലെ വിശ്വാസമുള്ളവനൊക്കെ കാണാൻ പറ്റും. കാണുന്നുണ്ടോ സാറേ? ക്യാമറ വിഷയമാണോ? അവിടുത്തെ വിഷയമാണോ? Is it okay now?
സാറിന്റെ സ്ക്രീനില്ല സാർ. FDP ടൂൾസ് ആൻഡ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം.
ഓക്കെ സാർ, അത് ഫുൾ മോഡൽ ഇട്ടപ്പോൾ കാണാതായതാ. അത് ഓക്കെ.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anything else? Okay, otherwise I think I will try to introduce some tools. If ഇതിന് മുമ്പുള്ള ആരെങ്കിലും ഇത് ഓൾറെഡി പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. We won't waste the time also. One thing that I would like to introduce to is the current writing tool. Isn't a very easy note. It is green screen. Are you seeing the green screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is called EC note. ഇത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടോ ആരെങ്കിലും? ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ പറയില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്.
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Okay. So many are there. So for engineering subject, it is better you avoid PPT because PPT is very boring. Students will sleep. That we can use for presentations and things like this. Now I am just turning off the camera because for convenient writing. This software is called EC Note. Easy Note. This is good. You can derive, we can write. How we can write? If you have a touch screen computer, there is a stylus, you can write it. Otherwise, you can buy one thing called graphics tab, which looks like a slate, and there will be a USB connectivity which you can connect to your computer. This is your computer. There will be pen. You can write here. Whatever you write here will be displayed on the screen and projected. And finally, you can save it as a PDF, etc. So after the class, the same PDF can be given to the students. So here you can have so many colors of pens, and the width of the pen can be changed. Everything is possible. This is a good platform. This is how you can write. And on writing, my suggestion is, don't think that I get some commission from them. Nothing like that. There is a company called Wacom for graphics tabs. They are the excellent product. Nowadays, it is very much out of stock in the online mode. So I got it from one of my students. Some 3 years back, he sent me this. This will be very good. You make a show with this. I made it. That's very good. Wacom graphics tab. It looks like a tab, but a black screen only. You can slate. It looks like a conventional slate that we used in our school days. Then you write here, you can see there. So nothing will be displayed on this screen. That practice we may need to attain with around 10 minutes. We will get it. So whatever you write here is not visible here. This is a black surface. Everything will be available on the screen. And once the graphics tab is there, where we write, okay, we write here at what is the software to support in the computer is what is called Easy Note. Easy Note is one paper. This is the paper, and so many options. You can go to the next paper by pressing plus, or go back to some of the previous papers by this is just like a graphical user-friendly thing only. So like that you can move to next slide, etc. Any color of pen. Eraser is also available. This is the eraser. You can select it. You can selectively erase things. See how it is going. So I'm telling you options. Rest of the thing you can study. This is a free. You can use it free downloadable. And some other very good features are also there with this Easy Note. I request every teacher to teach engineering subjects by writing only. For example, some standard shapes are available. See, line. See, different types of line. See, this is a simple line. This is line with arrow. I'm just showing you the possibilities. And double line like this, double line. Okay, all these things are there, different kinds of line. Then standard shapes like triangle, circle, etc. These are available over here. So this is a very good platform. I like this very much. That's why I'm telling you. So many others are also there. Then there is a text editing facility. You can type here. See, you can write. Otherwise, using conventional pencil also you can write. So that is up to you. Anyway, we can write. Then the length and width of the paper can be increased in 4 directions. All the 4 directions with this hand tool. See, this is a hand tool. If you trace it, it will go like this. If you're drawing a complex diagram, it makes small specimens, you can change it like this. In all the directions, you can increase the size of the paper. Finally, when you do like that, standing in a single paper also, you can complete your class. Then everything will be clustered and made into a single page of PDF. That is very beautiful. We are not wasting the paper. We can write any number of things in a single paper. Everything will be confined to an A4 size, and you can take a single printout. Or otherwise, slide by slide, you can go forward and then write. That is up to you only. This is one interesting part of this. And another interesting part is so many tools are available. For example, there is what is called a clock. You keep a clock here so that you can see that you are not exceeding the time. The students will also be happy to see that, okay, this headache will be over by 2-3 minutes. So a clock will help you for that. Then, there are so many tools, so many types of tools also. This is a very interesting tool, the what is it called? Compass, right? So you can write, you can draw circles, then change the color of the pen. Here you can change the color of the pen to say some other color, any color you choose, something different. Okay, white color. Then you adjust the radius like this. Now the pen color is visible here. Now draw the next circle. After use, close it. This is available. Then so many things like that. Calculate. Suppose if we are doing some cos theta by sin theta, 285 into 90, but we want to write it for the benefit of the students. Do it here. Take the calculator, do the operations here. 285. Whatever it is, okay, divided by 9, whatever, equal to, and write the answer. Okay, 1 into is also there somewhere. Okay, like that we can do it. Close it. I'm just introducing. You can explore it further. And another interesting, thing that I found here is a tool called board on board. Board on board is another version. Board on board means if you select that, a board can be pushed down like this. Then do some calculation, rough work. This is rough sheet in a sense. 3, 1, 2, something you do it, s square plus 2x, everything you do it and take it up. You can continue here. Take that answer only here and then continue writing or something like that. Either invite a calculator or a screen on a screen, it is called. This is available. And so many other tools. For example, mini tools or then subject by tools are there. You can change the color of the screen. See, that is also possible. So these are different options. That is possible. And then disciplines. Okay, so many other types of tools are also available. Background box, teaching. See, different types of you can select. Varayita paper, Varayidata paper. All these things are available. So for example, if you want to do the timer is there. So another thing is timer. Suppose you want to do a time-based operation, you start the timer, set the timer, and then second wise it is improving. So timer can be introduced. When you switch to next pages, also these things will remain there. If you don't want them, close them. Clock you can keep sometimes, right? Resource bank. From your computer itself, you can take some items over here and place there. That is possible. Then I will introduce you another interesting thing. You can import items from other files, Word file, PPT, etc. For example, I am bringing a picture. For example, I am an electronics engineer, so I will be usually picking an electronics picture, I think. Select it from your computer. This is a circuit. You need to draw the circuit. If you have the circuit, etc., stored as a figure, or if it is available in a PDF, you can go there and select it. That I will tell you. So like that, you can bring it because this will save our time. Otherwise, if you draw this circuit, it will take a lot of time. And now you can explain this resistance is so and so. Expert, etc. You can explain. So it is possible. And another thing is, even from some other applications like the PPT, we can select items. For example, I will tell you. So I am going to my PPT. This is my PPT. This was my PPT. So how I will select some items. Suppose I want to take some portions of some of the figures or something like that for further explanation. For example, we can see that your EC note is available here. Here there is a selector, and see, this is how it is selected. Only this much will be selected. Then you tick on it. See, it is coming to your new. Now, once it is reached here, we can again process it. For example, if we select this is we can move it here and there. Then additional controls are there. I'm cutting it and taking it to the next page to explain you. Then you can place it by Control V. It is coming, and this is a selection tool. See, you can place it. You can increase and decrease the size like this. Now, so many other funny options are also there. For example, flip mirrored. See, a mirror image is formed. Then that alone can be taken. So many options. Then we can split it mirror like vertically or horizontally, or in that direction. So many copies you can form. Here also you can form. So many ways you can arrange, cut and paste, etc. For engineering, graphics, or kind of things, I think it may be useful. That facility is available. Then here itself you can copy portions of this. So this is cut, copy, paste, just like your Paintbrush facilities. Everything is available here. And there is an icon delete. You can delete it also. So this EC Note is an excellent choice, I think. So many similar choices are also there. So many similar choices are also there. This is another lesson. Keep your mobile phones in silent mode when you are taking the class. So, okay, these are some of the facilities in EC Note. So many other facilities are also there. From EC Note, by just clicking this computer sign, you will go to the other things opened over here. So we can switch from one to other, etc. Do you want to ask any questions on this? You may be using some other platform also. Some other writing things are also very popular. One is Bamboo paper. I have to select the pen for writing. Bamboo paper is one choice, which I like, etc., etc. How many options are there? Any questions you want to ask?
Sir, can you share the link from where the EC Note can be downloaded?
Simply Google EC Note free download. That's all.
Okay.
I don't remember that way you will reach there.
Of options are available. Which is the best side?
Then I will recheck how I have done it. Okay, it may be not. I will share with Sridhar so that you will get it. Okay. As of now, I am not able to tell you that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Which is the best site, I will tell you. Okay, multiple options were there for the download. I do remember that. One among that was good. Correct. I will tell you. I will share you. So EC Note is good. That is one of my suggestions. Now, if nothing is available, your PowerPoint will do. Can you see my PowerPoint presentation now?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Blank. So in this, what you have to do is, after the PowerPoint, even suppose you have a PPT made like this, so with so many contents, and during the explanation, the only thing is that you cannot switch to the presentation mode. You keep with this mode itself. This is the edit mode. Then you go to review. Then there is one option called start inking. Then a new setup will come like this. Here you can select a pen, highlighter, eraser, etc. I will select the pen and show you. If your computer is touch screen computer, it is easy. Otherwise, using graphic stuff, you can write. After selecting pen, you can write here. No problem. This is very easy to write now. Every facility is available. And in PPT, naturally, you can cut and paste any content from other files like PDF, Word, etc. And the color of the pen can be changed. Now the color is changed. The width of the pen can be changed. Now the width is increased. then just click here and press enter to go to the next slide while you do presentation. Otherwise, you will be confused. That is why. So using the left pan, you can move to next slide, etc. And if you have an official slide with so many contents, in between, suppose you want to write, of course, you can write upon the current content, plus you press on the current content. If you want some more, you press an enter, a blank PPT will be created, and you select the design as blank, design, home, go to home, slide layout, select as blank so that you can easily write there. Now go to inking option. This is highlighter. This is ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pen is some more sharp. The otherwise is ink pen. This is ink pen. So like that, so many options are there. So, and finally, we can save it and share it with the students also. This became a class note finally. So don't show PPTs, but use the writing platform. That is more effective and convincing, especially if derivations are involved. So this is one software that I want to introduce to you. Bamboo paper is another one. I'm not opening it because then X normal, something like that is available. Or so many whiteboards are there. In WebEx itself, there is a whiteboard available. So many choices are there. And regarding softwares, I am a fan of Zoom. I like Zoom because it works with the lesser bandwidth internet also. Very good compression technique. Very noiseless. If it is Google Meet, etc., it is like a market. Nobody has good control over that. But if it is Zoom, better host controls are available. And it is not very costlier. For 100 participants, unlimited time meetings, for 1 month, it is costing around 1.2K. And if 2-3 teachers can share it and schedule the meetings, that is effective, I think. Recording is also available. You don't separately want a camera setup, sitting, that thing. Your laptop can be used, or even mobile phone can be used. In mobile phone, recording is not available, I think, that version. But anyway, Zoom is the best choice. Don't think that I am a Chinese, but they are American citizens now, because there was some controversy over that. All other products are trying to copy Zoom. That is what I felt personally. So platform for video conferencing is Zoom, and writing this. And for announcing class, collecting assignment, etc., you can use Google Classroom. Everybody can define a Google Classroom. We can very effectively, what I would like to say, share your questions, collect assignments, everything can be easily done. Any questions? So with Google Classroom plus Zoom for online classes, plus Bamboo Paper or EC Note, provided you have a computer with touchscreen or a graphics tab, or a touchscreen computer, you can very well manage. And the attraction of this EC Note or even Bamboo Paper, etc., is that whatever we write, we can save as a PDF, and that can also be shared with the students. That will be very good for them, rather than sharing others' contents, copy down contents. You derive your equations and the formulae or whatever it is, that is more beneficial. That's what I think. Now I can tell you about some other platforms also. Any questions or any sharing of experience with this? Anybody else want to share a better experience?
In Google Classroom, identify student is logging in, whether he has the video or attended the class. The limitations are there.
Some limitations are there, but for scheduled submissions, etc., you can see whether it is late submission or submitted in time or not submitted, etc.
Okay. Also, he cannot. There is no option for marking attendance, but in Moodle, Moodle
it is there. Moodle, okay, it's free software. So many options are available, but some helps is limited in Zoom. It's a free software platform. Many likes that. But even that is not complete in some aspects. So we may require 1 to 2 platforms to completely do the task, I think. That's what I understand.
Yes, yes, yes.
Even Moodle is not a complete solution provider.
Yes,
And
there is limitations for uploading assignments. So
yes,
more
correct.
time is required, and the data is limited. Usage is there.
But Zoom is very much compression techniques of Zoom. Video compression techniques are very excellent. Okay, that we should agree. And another thing is, in all these platforms, we can only have objective type of examination only. And in Zoom or in any other platform, many teachers, how they are dealing the attendance. Taking attendance is possible in Zoom for higher and professional paid versions, but this free version is available for 40 minutes. That also is fine, including recording facilities available with this 100 participants, one host. And attendance, one trick that teachers have developed so far is at the beginning of the class, teacher will type attendance message. This is chat corner. Okay, attendance. Then instruct every student to write their class number, space name, 20, Chaco, something like that. People can, for this, okay, 1 minute will be allowed. Everybody will type. In Zoom, this chat will also be saved as a separate file in the recording so that we can take it. Otherwise, at that time itself, after the time, you select this, copy everything and put it into a Word file or something like that. So, or in an Excel file, you can sort it or something like that. So some crude approaches of this kind will sometimes help you to take the attendance if you're very particular about that. What I personally suggest is don't take attendance. If your classes are worth, somebody will be attending. Otherwise, no. So anything else?
Sir, one more question.
Okay.
You mentioned the inking option available in 7 Microsoft Office 2007 or available in 2010.
It is very much available from 10. No, I know, I'm sure about 10, but 7 it is available, I think. You go to review. It is available in review. Okay.
Review only options there, view, and the inking option is not there.
Okay, then you need to have some more smart robber to crack the 10 from somewhere. Okay. This is anyway 10, that's why 7. Okay, that's a good knowledge. 7 it is not available, right? Okay. Have you seen any other good writing platform? EasyNote is good. Bamboo paper is also good. The paper looks good there. Here also is okay, fine. Undo, all these things are also there, right? Undo is there. See, this is undo. The last line which I have drawn is going see. All such possibilities are available.
Sir, I have heard of whiteboard, but not experience.
A whiteboard is there. Some features are not available in the free version. Another thing is learn everything. Such a software is there. Learn or discuss everything. That is another. That is an online whiteboard because it is not a program installed like this. You should anyway. We are having internet connectivity. Then only we can do the class. It is an online board. After the class, you can download the entire board. In between, if network fails, I don't know whether that content will be lost. I haven't used that. So better use a system which can be downloaded like this because that file will be there in your computer at least. Okay, that is a general suggestion, I think. I don't know, some computer experts may say something better than that. But generally, as a layman's point of view, if you have a software which can be opened in your computer, then that file will be there, even if network fails in between. PPT itself is somewhat sufficient to do all these things. But here we have some smart devices like all these things. And flipping, copying, pasting, twisting, everything is very easy here. And exporting from other files, open to files, everything is possible. XP Pen is another option. Somebody was chatting in, that's good. So many number of solutions are there, whichever is convenient. You adopt one methodology for your classes and instruct the students to get ready with that. XP Pen is also there. Which graphics tab is best to purchase? without any commission from them, let me announce this is the best one. All others are copying this. All other video platforms are copying Zoom because I have been using this for last 2+ years. I know that. That's my experience. This is not a commanding final word. Experience only. My experience only. Again, I'm narrowing down myself. Because all these can be controversies, like consultancy, assigning, selecting software, everything is a hot topic in Kerala. And now, what I would like to share with you is, with so many contents and things like this, one very important requirement for all of us teachers is to keep all these files, etc. Okay, we create a lot of content, PPT, PDF, everything. Everything comes into, rescue us from this situation. They are all helpful for us.
Faculty,
Is it an announcement or something like that, Sriraj, or something crosstalk? MS OneNote is also good. Evergreen. Okay, that's good.
Sir, I think it was a crosstalk actually.
Okay. Then I will continue. I felt it like some announcement from some authority. Okay, no problem. So our requirement is we generate a lot of content. Contents are very much, and one teacher may take 2 theory, 2 lab or something like that. So many contents, so many useful content. Sometimes when we search, we will get very good stuff for lab practices, etc. So arranging them in different folders is very, very important for subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, because you have to share these contents in a systematic way with the students also. The problem is we are not doing systematically. Many of our computers are how many items on desktop like that, but you should be somewhere organized. And many softwares are there. And nowadays, previously I was taking my laptop while I go for presentation. Nowadays, everything can be put into cloud. So you can get free memory locations up to 10 GB in many of the sites that I'm going to tell you. Basically, your Google account and your Google Drive is there. That can be very well used. Some other smart items are, you can try to form a Box account, or you can try to form a Dropbox account. These are very excellent cloud storage. In Box and even in Dropbox, what you can do is you can upload Word file or any file, and you can edit it also. When you try to present something somewhere else, you ask for a computer with internet connection, log into Box, open for presentation, then you can present it and close it. Nothing will be saved locally. That is the advantage. If you don't want to share your PPT or presentation, you can open it from the cloud, you can present it and close it. And if it is a Word file or PPT file, you can edit it also. That is online editing. Nothing will be stored in the computer and edited. So that's a very convenient platform. I use it extensively for my presentations, etc. I can just show you how it is coming up. Just 1 minute. That's a very, I like Box. I don't know, without much reasons I like, Box. Dropbox is also good. Let me try Box. Okay, it is already there because every day I'm using it. Box, the advantage of Box is I'll show you, I think. We can sign our Google account itself. This is how Box looks like. Advantage is that you can, previously in Dropbox, you can drop, but you are not able to edit it. That is, these are my files, entire presentation, everything is there. Adaptive digital signal processing, artificial neural networks, biodata for some other office purpose, cloud computing, Computer Society of India related activities, so many folders. Processing, fuzzy logic, IEEE related activities, everything. Kitco, I think question papers set for Kitco. That is also good. If you have a separate folder for question papers, etc., that you said, you can use it later time for cut and paste, because our question paper settings are like that only, right? The syllabus is not getting changed over a period of time. Like that, teaching Vacuum. There is a separate folder on Vacuum because I'm a fan of that. Slogam means I usually participate in Akshara Slogam. My slogams are there. Everything is there. Leadership, everything. Okay, DSP, for example. You take double click on that folder. All of your folders, presentations, everything is available. You can create a word file standing from here itself, edit it, type it, and close it and save it into the cloud only. Nothing will be stored in the computer. So you can work anywhere without sharing your valuable documents with others if you don't want to share it. So these DSP fundamentals, if you double click, what happens is the presentation will come up like this. Sriraj, prompt me when to stop. Okay.
It's okay, sir. It's okay.
So I may go like this. So you should put a control over me. Because so I'm not showing it from my computer. It is from the cloud. Okay, all these presentations can be shown. Then you can escape. You can close it. You can log out. Nothing will be there in your computer. So that is very safe. And you can edit also. That is a funny thing. Any slide you can edit also. Online editing. These are possible. And the collaboration is also possible. That is what we require. So because two teachers are handling the same subject, you can share, and if you select one file, then there are options like sharing, etc. will come. I request you to explore it. If some questions are there, we can handle later also, because we are running out of time. So collaborative, you can assign the right to other persons who just for viewing or for editing. When I was the principal at Ilahi, I used this. എല്ലാ കോളേജിലുള്ള ഒരു പ്രശ്നം, ആദ്യം ക്ലർക്ക് ഒരു ലെറ്റർ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യും, അതൊരു പ്രിന്റ് ഔട്ട് എടുക്കും, പ്രിൻസിപ്പൾ രണ്ട് പച്ചമണിക്ക് അവിടെ ഒരു ആൻ ഡി ആക്കും, ഡി എ ആക്കും, ഇതൊക്കെ ചെയ്യും. But I stopped that. My superintendent will type it from box there. I will sit in my room, and from my box I will edit, and we can tag it. Okay, edited by the principal. Can take print out, etc. I can tag കൊടുക്കുക. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഞാനത് അടയ്ക്കും. അപ്പോൾ അയാൾക്ക് അവിടെ കാണാൻ പറ്റും, അയാൾ അപ്പോൾ ലെറ്റർ ഹെഡ് പ്രിന്റ് എടുക്കും. So this way we can save paper also if you are collaboratively working with other guys. The cloud storage is one important. So many other clouds are also there. I'm not going into all these things. Google Slide is there. Google Slide നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാവുന്ന വേറെ സാധനമാണ്. ബോക്സ് ആൻഡ് ഡ്രോപ്പ് ബോക്സ്. പിന്നെ ഗൂഗിൾ കലണ്ടർ എല്ലാവരും ഉപയോഗിക്കണം. ഗൂഗിൾ കലണ്ടർ we can save, and pop-up messages will come 1 day before, 1 hour before. ഈ webinar ഒക്കെ ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് I am doing that. Every time my mobile phone will remind me on what is the next program when it happens. Another facility in our Google account is that of ടാസ്ക്. ഇതിനെല്ലാം ഇതും അവൈലബിൾ ആണ്. ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് കലണ്ടറിനും ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് ഉണ്ട്. അനദർ തിങ് ഇസ് ടാസ്ക്. വളരെ എളുപ്പമാണ്. ഇന്ന് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ടു ചെയ്തല്ലതങ്ങ് മാഞ്ഞു വെക്കോളും. സോ വി വിൽ നോട്ട് മിസ് എനി പോയിന്റ്സ്. Task is very good. Online all these are very essential for all of us. We should be very systematic. Some people will invite us for 2-3 programs a day. Otherwise, we have our own classes from 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Everything you should list in calendar. Calendar will provide you reminders, SMS reminders, pop-up reminders, email reminders, etc. So we will not miss any point, etc., etc. So that is Docs at Google. Google Docs can be very used as somebody is chatting. If you have a Google account, so many facilities are available. But usually, what I suggest is don't share too much of things from your personal Google account, because nowadays we have so many passwords of KTU, DT, bank passwords. So the email is related to that. So better use an additional Box account, etc. for these kind of purposes. Don't give a chance. Box shows 14 days free trial. There is a free version available. If you are purchasing it, so many entire office can be done. Run on that with so many facilities. But here itself 10 GB. I don't know whether they have withdrawn it. No, I don't think so. Box is there. Otherwise, go for Dropbox. Same facilities, almost same facilities. But Box is more handsome. I don't know why. Then that is the Then another software is for laboratory. I'll just explain with many of you know that I am an electronics engineer, so this is only for electronics laboratory. Multisim. Multisim is a but educational version, trial version is available. Here you can pick and place circuits and do the experiments. Here, for example, the diodes on the library. I'm not going for detailed explanation. The diode select either okay, I am using a select delete. I am opening a file which is already available, which I have വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ അതെല്ലാവരും കാണിക്കാം എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇത് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു വെറുതെ ലാബിൽ some people are trying to wire it in breadboard in the lab and recording it using video camera and showing to the student. Awkward. നമ്മൾ ആരും good cameraman അല്ല, എല്ലാവരും കയ്യോ കാലോ വേറെ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ക്യാമറ കാണുന്നത്. PCB ഒന്നും കാണില്ല, വളരെ ചെറിയ സാധനമാണ്. ബ്രെഡ്ബോർഡ് ഒന്നും കാണില്ല, അവസാനം ഒരു CRO അതിൻ്റെ അകത്തൊരു വേവ് ഫോം ഒക്കെ കാണിക്കും. ഇറ്റ് ലുക്സ് awkward. നമ്മളൊന്നും കാണേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല, ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ കാര്യം അറിഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. സോ ബെറ്റർ വി യൂസ് സിമുലേഷൻ സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർസ് ലൈക്ക് ദിസ്. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഒരു RC കപ്പിൾഡ് ആംപ്ലിഫയർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സാധനമാണ് ഞാനിപ്പോൾ. ഇത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു ആംപ്ലിഫയർ സർക്യൂട്ടാണ് ഇലക്ട്രോണിക്സിലെ. അപ്പോൾ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ ഉണ്ട്, R1 R2 ഇങ്ങനെ കുറെ ഡിവിഷനൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. വോൾട്ടേജ് ഡിവൈഡർ ബയാസിങ്, ഇലക്ട്രോണിക്സ് ഒക്കെ അറിയാൻ മേലാത്തൊരു ദയവായി സഹിക്കുക. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു സൈൻ വേവ് കൊടുത്താൽ ആംപ്ലിഫൈ. ഇതാണ് CRO. ഇതൊക്കെ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് പഠിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞാൽ കിട്ടും. ഈ സൈറ്റിലെല്ലാം CRO, വാട്ട് മീറ്റർ, വോൾട്ട് മീറ്റർ ഒക്കെ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവച്ച് ഡബിൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ അതിന്റെ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി ഒക്കെ മാറ്റാം for all components. So I'm leaving for you, but anyway, this is CRO. CRO click ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇത് റൺ ചെയ്ത് ഇതാണ് ഇൻപുട്ട് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് വേവ്സ് ഒക്കെയാണ് കാണിച്ചേക്കുന്നത്. ഡോണ്ട് വറി അബൌട്ട് എവരിതിങ്. അന്നേരം സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്യുക. കുറച്ചു നേരം വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത് മനസ്സിലാവില്ല അങ്ങനെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇൻപുട്ട് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് കളറൊക്കെ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യും. CRO 2 ചാനൽ ഉണ്ട്, അതിന്റെ കളർ ഡബിൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ വയർ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് ക്യാൻ ബി ചേഞ്ച് ഹിയർ, എനിത്തിങ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഡൺ. ആൻഡ് ഫൈനലി ഗുണം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ this entire circuit can be copied and it can be placed on Word or somewhere to prepare a report. Adana njan which is find attracting for me. Edit, select all, then edit, copy. ഇങ്ങനെയൊന്നും വേണ്ട, ഷോർട്ട് കട്ട്സ് കീസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ഞാൻ പിന്നെ അതിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ളവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഇങ്ങനെ വിശദീകരിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞതേ ഉള്ളൂ. വേർഡിലെ ഇതാണ് തുറന്നു വെച്ചേക്കുന്നത്, ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവെക്കാം. ഹോം ലേഔട്ട് ബ്ലാങ്ക് ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, വേർഡാന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക. പേസ്റ്റ്, കണ്ടോ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഇവിടെ വന്നു. ഇതിന്റെ താഴെ നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ളതൊക്കെ എഴുതാം. ഇനി ഈ റിസൾട്ട് ഒക്കെ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ പറ്റും. റിസൾട്ട്, ദിസ് ഈസ് അവർ CRO എന്ന് കോപ്പി ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടുവരാൻ ഭയങ്കര പ്രശ്നമാണ്. അത് അതർവൈസ് യു ഗോ ഫോർ പ്രിന്റ് സ്ക്രീൻ എക്സെട്ര. പക്ഷെ വേറെ സാധനം ഉണ്ട് ഇവിടെ, വിച്ച് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് ഗ്രാഫർ. ഇതാണ് ഗ്രാഫർ. പ്രിന്റ് ചെയ്താൽ ഇത് ഇതുവരെയുള്ള മുഴുവൻ ഡാറ്റ സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇൻപുട്ട് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് നമുക്ക് അത്ര വേണ്ട, വൃത്തിയായിട്ട് കാണാൻ വേണ്ടി കുറച്ച് നേരത്തെ ഡാറ്റ മതി. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ 2 എന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ 0.01 കുറച്ച് നേരത്തെ എന്നുള്ള അത്രയും വേണ്ട, ഒത്തിരി നേരം എടുത്തില്ല. ഓക്കെ, 0.1 സോറി ഇതല്ല, ദിസ് ഈസ് റേഞ്ച് ആണ് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. 0.1 സംതിങ് മതി, അതും കൂടുതലാണ്. സോ ഐ വിൽ ടെൽ യു 0.01. ഓക്കെ, this is the input and output. കുറച്ചുകൂടി വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് കാണാം. ഇത് ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് കളർ ക്യാൻ ബി ചേഞ്ച്. ഇപ്പൊ ഇത് ബ്ലാക്ക് ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു, അതുകൊണ്ട് വൈറ്റ് ആക്കാം. ഇവിടെ ഒരു സി കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഭംഗിയായി തോന്നുന്നു. എൻ്റെ ഭംഗി ഇതാണ്. പിന്നെ എഡിറ്റ്, ഇതാണ് എൻ്റെ ആവശ്യം. കോപ്പി ഗ്രാഫ്, യു കം ബാക്ക് ടു ദ വേർഡ് വേർ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് ഒരു റിപ്പോർട്ടും തയ്യാറാക്കാം, ലാബ് റെക്കോർഡും റെഡിയാവും. അടുത്ത പേജിലോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേർഡാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇച്ചിരി നീളം ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. Then paste it. See, a graph is pasted here. അതിന്റെ താഴെയൊക്കെ വിശദീകരണമൊക്കെ എഴുതാം. So this is possible. This is possible. So better we use the simulation platform. ഇതിലെ ഗുണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ we can explain to the students. നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഓരോന്ന് പറക്കി വയ്ക്കുക. They will get a some more better feeling. എന്തായാലും ഇതൊന്നും ലാബിന് പകരമല്ല, but we can make use of this. One other attraction I found in Multisim is there is one thing called breadboard. വ്യൂ ബ്രെഡ് ബോർഡ് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ ഇലക്ട്രോണിക്സ് കുറച്ചുകൂടി മനസ്സിലാവും. ഒരു പുതിയ സംഗതി ഇതാണ് ബ്രെഡ് ബോർഡ്. This is a tray. Gray color is a tray in which all the components of current circuit. This is a current circuit. RC coupled amplifier is a current circuit. When we go to the breadboard of that, a tray will be automatically generated in which all our components, our resistors, our transistors, എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. അതെല്ലാം ഇവിടെ പറക്കി വെക്കാം, അതായത് ഇങ്ങനെ പറക്കാം, വെക്കാം, കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാം വയർ. ഐ എം നോട്ട് ഡൂയിങ് എവറിഥിങ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി. ഇങ്ങനെ എല്ലാ കമ്പോണൻസും ഇവിടെ എടുത്ത് വെച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഇത് ബ്രെഡ് ബോർഡൊക്കെ ഇച്ചിരി ഫീലിംഗ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് എന്റെ തോന്നൽ. ഇറ്റ്സ് ബെറ്റർ ഫീലിംഗ്. എല്ലാ കമ്പോണന്റും തീർന്നു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ട്രേ തന്നെ അങ്ങ് ഇല്ലാതാവും. ഇത് അത്രയൊന്നുമില്ല, വേറൊന്നുമില്ല. ജസ്റ്റ് സീ ദ ബ്രെഡ്. Actual thing is this only. So this can be used. That is another point I want to tell you. And I will try to introduce to you one more software which is useful for us, whose name is Slack. അത് നല്ലൊരു സാധനമാണ് Slack. നിങ്ങൾ 1-2 പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പൊ ഈ വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിനേക്കാളും പ്രൊഫഷണൽ, ഇതും ഒരു മെസ്സേജിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം ആണ്. ഇൻ IEEE എക്സെട്ര വി ആർ എക്സ്റ്റെൻസീവ്ലി യൂസിങ് ദിസ് ഫോർ സ്പെഷ്യൽ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സ്. മെസ്സേജും ഫയലും ഒക്കെ വളരെ ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാനും ചാറ്റ് ഒക്കെ കൊടുക്കാനും. അപ്പൊ ഈ വാട്സാപ്പ് പോലെ ഒരു തമാശയല്ല. ദിസ് ഇസ് സംഭവം എ സീരിയസ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം. സ്ലാക്ക് ഞാൻ ഓൺ ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ അറിയില്ല. ഓക്കെ, ഐ തിങ്ക് ഒത്തിരി ആയാൽ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാവും. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ആൾക്കാർ മടുത്തു തുടങ്ങി. സോ സ്ലാക്ക് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. പിന്നെ വല്ല സംശയം പിന്നെ ചോദിച്ചാൽ മതി. സ്ലാക്ക് ഈസ് എ മെസ്സേജിംഗ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം വെയർ കൊളാബറേറ്റീവ് ഡിസ്കഷൻസ് ആർ പോസിബിൾ. 2 പേർക്ക് വീഡിയോ കോളും ചെയ്യാം. 2 പേർക്കേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ ഫ്രീ വേർഷനിൽ. സോ ഫോർ പ്രോജക്ട് റിലേറ്റഡ് വർക്ക്സ് അപ്ഗ്രേഡ് ചെയ്യാനും റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനും പ്രോഗ്രസ് റിപ്പോർട്ടിങ്ങിനും ഒക്കെ അത് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. സോ ദീസ് ആർ മൈ പോയിന്റ്സ്. ഐ തിങ്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് മോർ ദാൻ ഇനഫ് ഫോർ ടുഡേസ് ഡിസ്കഷൻസ് ലൈക്ക് ദിസ്. So with the permission of all of you, I am officially closing my session. Otherwise it will go endless like this. Thank you very much for the patient listening. I mean the word, because it happened like this. Thank you very much. And if some concerns or discussions are that, we will have for 2-3 minutes, I think. Siraj.
So participants, if you want to have some interaction with Rajesh sir, you can take 5 minutes.
Yes, my drama is over. We will get into some questions or just as thank you, sir, coming in good numbers. That means let us escape, right? Very good.
സാറേ മൂഡ് പറഞ്ഞ
ഈസി നോട്ട്
അത് നമ്മള് സൂമിന്റെ കൂടെ നമുക്കത് അറ്റാച്ച് ചെയ്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പറ്റും അതില് അല്ലേ? സൂമിന്റെ
കോൺഫറൻസ് തുടങ്ങുക, എന്നിട്ട് സ്ക്രീൻ ഷെയറിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇത് ഇട്ടാൽ മതി. സ്ക്രീൻ ഷെയറിൽ ഒന്നിലധികം ഐറ്റങ്ങൾ ഇടാം. അത് മാറി മാറി ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിറക്കാൻ മതി. ചിലപ്പോൾ PPT ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നിട്ട് എഴുതാം. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ ചെയ്തല്ലോ.
ഓക്കെ,
വേറെ ഒരു PDF ഫയൽ നമുക്ക് വളരെ നല്ല കണ്ടന്റ് ഉള്ള ഒരു സാധനം തുറന്നു വെച്ചിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് കോപ്പി ചെയ്ത് ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് അത് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാം. ഫിഗറോ വേറെ എന്ത് ഇക്വേഷനോ എല്ലാം എപ്പോഴും എഴുതണമെന്നില്ല. ഒത്തിരി കോംപ്ലക്സ് സാധനങ്ങളാണ് വേറെ സ്ഥലത്ത് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മതി. മെക്കാനിക്കൽ എഞ്ചിനീയർമാർക്കൊക്കെ എല്ലാം വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. അങ്ങനെ ഇരുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അത്
പലപ്പോഴും ഇഷ്യൂസ് വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത് സ്ക്രീൻ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് അതേ അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ നമുക്ക് വോയിസും അത് ലാഗിങ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡിസ്റ്റർബൻസ് ഒക്കെ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ 2 അക്കൗണ്ട്
അത്തരം വിഷയങ്ങളില്ല. അത് വീഡിയോ കോൺഫറൻസിങ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിന്റെ പ്രശ്നമാണ്. അതിൽ ഞാൻ സജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് സൂമാണ്. ഇവിടെ എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു? ഇതും കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
ഇത് കുഴപ്പമില്ല, വെബ്എക്സ് കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
ഗൂഗിൾ മീറ്റില് ബ്രേക്ക് ഔട്ട് ഓപ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ? അതിനെ കുറിച്ച് ഹലോ,
മനസ്സിലായില്ല ടീച്ചറെ, എന്താണ് ചോദിച്ചത്?
ഗൂഗിൾ മീറ്റിൽ ഒരു ബ്രേക്ക് ഔട്ട് ക്ലാസ് റൂം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു ഓപ്ഷൻ അവൈലബിൾ ആണോ?
ബ്രേക്ക് ഔട്ട് ഫോർ വാട്ട്?
രണ്ട് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ 2 കോളേജിൽ നിന്നുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ ഒരുമിച്ച് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവര് 2 ക്ലാസ് ആയിട്ട് സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ഇരിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ. ഒരേ ടീച്ചർ ക്ലാസ്
എടുക്കില്ല. ഒരു ക്ലാസ് റൂമിൽ നമുക്ക് ആൾക്കാരെ ചേർക്കാം. ഒരു ക്ലാസ് അല്ല, അത് നമ്മളെന്തെങ്കിലും മെക്കാനിസം അവരുടെ നെയിമിൽ റോൾ നമ്പറിന്റെ കൂടെ പോളി 1 P1 P2 അങ്ങനെ വെക്കേണ്ടി വരും. കാരണം ഒരു ക്ലാസ് റൂമിൽ ഒരാളെ കേൾക്കാം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കയറ്റാതിരിക്കാം. പിന്നെ അയാളുടെ പേരുകളും അല്ലാതെ വേറെ സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ ബ്രേക്കപ്പ് ഇല്ല എന്നാണ് എന്റെ മനസ്സിലാക്കല്. കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്തെടുക്കാം. പിള്ളേർ കുറവാണെങ്കിലൊക്കെ കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്തെടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ തന്നെ ഒരു മെക്കാനിസം ഉണ്ടാക്കേണ്ടി വരും സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ.
സാറേ മൂഡിലുണ്ടല്ലോ, മൂഡില് ഒരു ഇതേപോലെ ഒരു ഇതുണ്ട്, ബിഗ് ബ്ലൂ ബട്ടൺ എന്ന് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ ടീച്ചർ ഇപ്പൊ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ 2 ക്ലാസ്സിൽ 2 കുട്ടികൾ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഓരോ സമയത്ത് നമുക്ക് ഒരു ക്ലാസ്സിന് കൊടുത്ത് അങ്ങനെ ഞാൻ പ്രയോഗിച്ചിട്ടില്ല, നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കേട്ടറിവാണ്.
നമുക്ക് സുന്ദരേശൻ സാറിന് അറിയാമായിരിക്കും. സുന്ദരേശന് അറിയാം. നമ്മൾ മൂഡിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പൊതുനിർദ്ദേശം IHRDയും DT ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു, ഫ്രീ സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ. പക്ഷെ ഞാൻ അത്ര അതിന്റെ ഒരു ഫാൻ അല്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഒരു വസ്തുത.
അല്ല സാർ, ഞാനത് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടില്ല സാർ. മൂഡിലിന്റെ കോഴ്സ് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ഈസി നോട്ടും വൺ നോട്ടും തമ്മിൽ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഏതാണ് യൂസർ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ആയിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് കൂടുതൽ?
ഈസി നോട്ടാണ് കുറച്ചുകൂടി കട്ട് ആൻഡ് പേസ്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ കുറച്ചുകൂടി കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് വെക്കാൻ, പിന്നെ കുറെ ടൂൾസ് കൂടുതലുണ്ടെന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയത്.
ഫുള്ള് ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഫ്രീ ആണോ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ടും?
അതെ, ഫ്രീ വേർഷൻ ആണത്.
ഭാവിയിൽ പേയ്മെന്റ് ആക്കും. അങ്ങനെ പല സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ നമ്മൾ തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ ഫ്രീ ആയിരിക്കും, പിന്നെ ഫ്രീ ട്രയൽ എന്ന് പറയും, പിന്നെ പേയ്മെന്റ് ആവും. അങ്ങനെയാണ് സാധാരണ ഉള്ള രീതി. അങ്ങനെയാവോ സാറേ?
എല്ലാരും ജിയോ നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ ചെയ്യും. നമ്മളായതുകൊണ്ട് അറിഞ്ഞൂടാ.
പല സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് തുടങ്ങുമ്പോഴേ ഫ്രീ ട്രയൽ എന്ന് പറയും, നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് തുടങ്ങും, കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ പെയ്ഡ് വേർഷൻ ആക്കുമല്ലോ.
മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് സ്ട്രാറ്റജിയുടെയും ഇതാണ്. നമ്മളും അങ്ങനെയാണ്. ചില ട്യൂഷൻ സെന്ററുകാരും അങ്ങനെയാണ്. ആദ്യം ഫ്രീ കോഴ്സ്, വെബിനാർ, ട്രെയിനിങ് സെന്ററുകാരൊക്കെ. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇത് നല്ലതെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ അടുത്തതിന് ഫീസ് വേണം, പിന്നെ അവർക്കും ജീവിക്കണ്ടേ. ഈ സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കണമെങ്കിൽ നല്ല മണിയുണ്ടല്ലോ.
സാർ, ഇത് എത്ര കാലമായിട്ട് ഈസി നോട്ട് സാർ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നു? ഈ ഇതുവരെയുള്ള ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്.
1 കൊല്ലത്തിന് മേലെ.
ഇതുവരെ പെയ്ഡ് വേർഷനിലേക്ക് പോകേണ്ടി വന്നിട്ടില്ല?
ഇല്ല, പോകേണ്ടി വന്നിട്ടില്ല. എൻ്റെ ഒരു എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ, ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ പൊതുവായിട്ടുള്ള ചില പ്രസംഗങ്ങളും കാര്യങ്ങൾക്കും പോകാറുണ്ട്, ടെക്നിക്കലും ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാത്തിനും ഏകദേശം പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്. തടസ്സമൊന്നും ഇതുവരെ വേറൊരു സാധനത്തിന് റിക്വയർമെന്റ് വന്നിട്ടില്ല. പിന്നെ PPT ഉള്ളപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ എപ്പോഴും സ്വിച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ ചിലപ്പോൾ മടിയായതുകൊണ്ട് ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇങ്കിങ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് അവിടെയും എഴുതാം. ചില മിനിമം കാര്യമെല്ലാം അവിടെയും നടക്കും. അപ്പൊ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു, പിന്നെ ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ഓരോ ഫേവറേറ്റ് കോമ്പിനേഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവും തോന്നുന്നു സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ട് കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ.
അല്ല സാറേ,
താങ്ക് യു സാർ.
സാറ് പറഞ്ഞപ്പം ഈസി നോട്ട് ഞാനിപ്പം ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ടായി. ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് നമുക്ക് ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പിൽ വരെ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രീതിയിൽ ഓപ്ഷൻ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് അതിനകത്ത്. അതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ പെൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ നല്ല തിക്ക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള പെന്നും റൈറ്റിംഗിലും കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ഒരു സ്മൂത്ത് ആയിട്ടുള്ള റൈറ്റിംഗ് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടായി. PPT റൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത്
കറക്റ്റ്. ഇപ്പൊ ആരാ പറഞ്ഞത്? ജിതിനല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞത്? ഞാനത് പറയേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യമായിരുന്നു. അത് ഏറ്റവും നമുക്ക് എഴുത്തും ഓഡിയോയും വീഡിയോയും എഴുതുന്നതിന്റെ ഒരു സുഖമുണ്ട്. ചിലതിൽ എഴുതി നമ്മൾ പേന കുറച്ച് മുന്നോട്ട് പോയിട്ട് തെളിഞ്ഞു വരുള്ളൂ. ഇത് അങ്ങനെയൊന്നുമില്ല. കറക്റ്റ് നമ്മൾ പേപ്പറിൽ എഴുതുന്നില്ല. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഗുണമുണ്ട്.
സാറേ, ഞാനതിന്റെ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ലിങ്ക് നമ്മുടെ ചാറ്റിൽ ഇപ്പൊ ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
പിന്നെ സഹായിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാവരും അത് എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ സോഴ്സിൽ നിന്ന് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ മെച്ചപ്പെട്ട ഒരെണ്ണം ജിതിൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, ചാറ്റിൽ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഉപയോഗമായിരിക്കും.
ഈസി നോട്ടിന്റെ ഒന്ന് ലിങ്ക്
ജിതിൻ ഇവിടെ
ഈസി നോട്ടിന്റെ ആണോ?
ജിതിൻ സാറേ, വേണമെങ്കിൽ ആ ലിങ്ക് നമ്മുടെ വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ഇടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസിനും അത് ഈ ചാറ്റിൽ ഇടുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ
വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ജിതിനല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞത്?
നമ്മുടെ വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിലും ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാം.
നിങ്ങളും വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഉണ്ടായി. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇപ്പൊ ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ് ഒക്കെ എങ്ങനെ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യാന്ന് മനസ്സിലായി. സ്ലാക്ക് എല്ലാവരും ഒന്ന് നോക്കണേ. സ്ലാക്ക് നല്ലതാണ്. പിന്നെ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരു ക്ലൗഡ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. ബോക്സ് ഇതൊക്കെ ആവശ്യമാണ്. ഇനി നാളെ ഇതൊന്നും ഇല്ലാന്നൊക്കെ കാണക്കേടാവും. സ്ലാക്ക്, ബോക്സ്, പിന്നെ ഇതാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡ്രോപ്പ് ബോക്സ്. ഇതൊക്കെ ഇല്ലാത്ത ടീച്ചർമാർ എന്തൊരു ടീച്ചർമാരാണൊക്കെ ആൾക്കാർ ചോദിച്ചോളൂ.
സാർ, ഈ സ്റ്റോറേജ് പറയുമ്പോ സാറ് ഗൂഗിൾ ഡ്രൈവ് മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. അതിനെന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കാരണം?
ഞാൻ അതിന്റെ കാരണം ഒരു സെക്യൂരിറ്റി റീസൺ ആണ്. ഞാൻ നമ്മുടെ ഒരു പേഴ്സണൽ ഇമെയിലിലേക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഔദ്യോഗിക കാര്യങ്ങളും ഈ കോളേജ് ക്ലാസ് കാര്യങ്ങളും ബന്ധിപ്പിക്കേണ്ടെന്ന് കരുതിയിട്ടാണ്. നമ്മുടെ അതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ്, വേറെ ഒന്നുമില്ല. ബാക്കി എല്ലാ ഫെസിലിറ്റിയും ഈ പറഞ്ഞ ഇതിനായിട്ട് ഗൂഗിൾ സ്ലൈഡ് ഒക്കെ ഒത്തിരിയും കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ടല്ലോ അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത്. ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ ഫെസിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
ഓക്കെ,
നമ്മൾ വേറെ സ്ഥലത്ത് പോയി തുറക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ ഈ ഗൂഗിൾ അക്കൗണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ വേറൊരു കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ തുറക്കുന്നതെങ്കിൽ വല്ല പാസ്വേഡ് ഒക്കെ അത് വേണ്ടാന്ന് വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഈ ബോക്സ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കൂടി പോയ ഒരു PPT സ്ലൈഡ് ആരെങ്കിലും എടുത്തിട്ട് പോയാൽ നമുക്ക് നഷ്ടമൊന്നുമില്ല.
ബോക്സ് നമുക്ക് ഇമെയിൽ അക്കൗണ്ടായിട്ട് ലിങ്ക് ചെയ്തല്ലോ സാറേ.
ലിങ്ക് ചെയ്യാം. ബോക്സിന്റെ ഒക്കെ തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഗൂഗിൾ അക്കൗണ്ടുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധിപ്പിക്കാം. അപ്പൊ അതിനെന്താ പറയുക, സ്ലൈഡിൽ ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ ഒരു മെയിൽ നമ്മൾ തുറക്കുവാണ്, എന്നിട്ട് അതിലൊരു അറ്റാച്ച്മെന്റ് ഉണ്ട്, ഒരു PDF ഫയൽ ഒരാൾ നമുക്ക് അയച്ചു തന്നാണ്. അത് നമുക്ക് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്ത് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിലിട്ട് പിന്നെ അങ്ങോട്ട് സേവ് ചെയ്ത് അത് നേരെ ബോക്സിലേക്ക് ഇടാം. ആഡ് ഓൺസ് ഉണ്ട്, ഈ പറഞ്ഞ എല്ലാത്തിനും ഗൂഗിളിൽ ആഡ് ഓൺസ് ഉണ്ട്, ഈവൻ ഇൻക്ലൂഡിങ് സ്ലാക്ക് ബോക്സ്. അതാണ് ഞാനത് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടാൻ വേറൊരു കാര്യം. അങ്ങനെ ആവശ്യമുള്ള സാധനം ആഡ് ഓൺസ് ഉണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ വലത് സൈഡിൽ ആഡ് ഓൺസ് ഇങ്ങനെ കാണാൻ പറ്റും. ഒരു തുറക്കുക, എന്നിട്ട് ബോക്സിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുക, എന്നിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള ഫോൾഡറിലേക്ക് ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് ഐദർ ഈ മെയിൽ സേവ് ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മെയിലിന്റെ അറ്റാച്ച്മെന്റ് സേവ് ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് ഒത്തിരി സൗകര്യമുണ്ട്. കലണ്ടർ എല്ലാവരും ഉപയോഗിക്കണം ടീച്ചർമാർ കേട്ടോ. ഗൂഗിൾ കലണ്ടറിൽ നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴൊക്കെ വേണം നമ്മളെ റിമൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യണം ഒരു പരിപാടി നടക്കും. ഞാനാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ദിവസം മുമ്പ് ഇമെയിലും 1 മണിക്കൂർ മുമ്പ് മെസ്സേജ്, അങ്ങനെ 2-3 തരത്തിലുള്ള സെറ്റപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് ഒരു പരിപാടി മിസ്സാവില്ല.
ഗൂഗിൾ ഡോക്കും ഗൂഗിൾ ഡോക്കും പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ബോക്സും തമ്മിൽ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഏതാ നമുക്ക് കൂടുതൽ യൂസർ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ആയിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്?
രണ്ടും ഒരുപോലെയാണ്. ബോക്സിലും ഗൂഗിളിലും നമുക്ക് എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം, ബോക്സിലും നമുക്ക് തുറന്നിട്ട് എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. രണ്ടും ഒരേപോലെ തന്നെയൊക്കെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഒരു ബോക്സ് ഒരു അഡീഷണൽ 10 GB കൂടി നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നു. മെയിൽ പിന്നെ എപ്പോഴും നിറഞ്ഞു പോകുന്നുണ്ട് പലർക്കും ഇപ്പം, കാരണം നമ്മൾ വേർ മോർ ട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് ഓൺ മെയിൽ ഫോർ ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ആൻഡ് അതർ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ. അല്ലെ പിന്നെ ഇതിനായിട്ട് മാത്രം വേറൊരു മെയിൽ ID ഉണ്ടാക്കുക, പല രീതിയിൽ ആൾക്കാർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ബോക്സ് ലുക്സ് എലഗന്റ് ആൻഡ് കൊളാബറേറ്റീവ് വർക്ക് ഈസ് പോസിബിൾ. ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മുടെ ഗൂഗിൾ ഡ്രൈവിൽ നിന്ന് ഒത്തിരി ഒന്നും ഷെയർ ചെയ്യേണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് 2 പേർക്ക് അല്ല ഒരുമിച്ച് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരേ ഫയൽ എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ഈ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ഇതെല്ലാം നമുക്ക് പറ്റുന്ന വിധം ഫയൽ സേവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന എങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം ഉണ്ടാക്കും. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഫയൽ നെയിം സർക്യൂട്ട് എന്നാന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക, സർക്യൂട്ട് 1, മറ്റേ ആള് സർക്യൂട്ട് 2, വേറെ ആൾ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഫൈനൽ, വേറെ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഫൈനൽ 2, അവസാനം ഏറ്റവും തെറ്റായ ഫയല് ഡയറക്ടർക്ക് അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കുകയും ചെയ്യും. ഇതൊക്കെ ആൾക്കാർ കമ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ കൊളാബറേറ്റീവ് ഫയൽ ഷെയറിംഗ് ആൻഡ് എഡിറ്റിംഗ് ആണെങ്കിൽ ആ ബോക്സിൽ കിടക്കുന്ന ഫയല് എല്ലാവർക്കും പോയി എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. അത് നമ്മൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ. അപ്പൊ ഈ കൺഫ്യൂഷനൊക്കെ ഒഴിവാകും. കുറച്ചുകൂടി കൺവീനിയന്റ് ആണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു പലപ്പോഴും.
ഈ ഫെസിലിറ്റി നമുക്ക് ഗൂഗിൾ ഡോക്കിൽ അവൈലബിൾ അല്ല?
അവൈലബിൾ ആണ്. ഞാൻ ഗൂഗിൾ പേഴ്സണൽ അക്കൗണ്ട് നാട്ടുകാരുമായിട്ടൊക്കെ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യണ്ടെന്നുള്ളൊരു വിചാരത്തിലാട്ടോ ഈ പറഞ്ഞോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. സാറിന്റെ ചോദ്യത്തിന് എന്റെ ഉത്തരം രണ്ടും ഒരുപോലെയാണ്. പക്ഷെ ഇതൊരു നമ്മൾ മാറ്റി നിർത്തുന്നു, കുറച്ചുകൂടി സെക്യൂർ ആണ്. പിന്നെ ഡ്രോപ്പ് ബോക്സ് ക്യാൻ സിങ്ക് വിത്ത് ലോക്കൽ ഡയറക്ടറി. ശരിയാണ്, അത് പറ്റും, ബോക്സിനും പറ്റും കേട്ടോ. ബോക്സ് ഡ്രോപ്പ് ബോക്സിൽ ഇപ്പം ഞാനൊരു പ്രസന്റേഷൻ ഇങ്ങനെ കാണിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ സ്ക്രീൻ വളരെ നല്ലതാണെന്ന് തോന്നി. ഞാൻ ഇത് മൊത്തം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യണമെന്നോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയില്ല. എന്തായാലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ നല്ലതാണെന്ന് തോന്നി. ഇപ്പം ഒരു ബോക്സിൽ കിടന്നോളൂ, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ചില ഡ്രോപ്പ് ബോക്സ് സിങ്ക് ചെയ്താൽ അപ്പൊ ലോക്കൽ ഡ്രൈവ് ഉണ്ടാകും. ഒത്തിരി കാര്യം. ചിലപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ചെറിയ ഒരു സ്ലൈഡ് മോഷ്ടിക്കണം എന്ന് തോന്നിയെങ്കിൽ വേണം ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ട്. ചിലത് നമുക്ക് അത് പറ്റുള്ളൂ, കോപ്പി ചെയ്യാനൊന്നും പറ്റാത്ത ചില വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് ചില ഫിഗറൊക്കെ വേണമെങ്കിൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ പർപ്പസിനൊക്കെ എടുക്കണമെന്ന് വെച്ചാലൊക്കെ സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ട് എടുക്കാം. അത് ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി പോയി ഡ്രോപ്പ് ബോക്സിൽ കിടന്നോളും, അത് സിങ്ക് ചെയ്തല്ലോ. അത് അരുൺ പറയുന്നത് ശരിയാണ്. ആരോ പറയാൻ
ഹലോ സാർ.
മനസ്സിലായി.
അതിലേ ഇതിലേ നമ്മളിപ്പം പലപ്പോഴും സ്ലൈഡ് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാൻ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ പർപ്പസിനൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഫിഗേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ സൈറ്റിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴേ അതിന് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി റൈറ്റ്സ് ഇല്ലാത്തത് എങ്ങനെ? പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി റൈറ്റ്സ് ഇല്ലാത്തത് ഫിഗേഴ്സ് അല്ലെ ഇതൊക്കെ?
എന്റെ സ്ലൈഡ് 2 സൈറ്റുകളുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ടെംപ്ലേറ്റ്സ് കിട്ടും, നല്ല ഭംഗിയുള്ള ടെംപ്ലേറ്റ്സ്. അതെടുക്കാം, സൗജന്യ. ഞാനിവിടെ എഴുതാം ഈ ചാറ്റില് സ്ലൈഡ്സ് ഗോ. അവിടെ ചെന്നാൽ കുറെ ടെംപ്ലേറ്റ്സ് കിട്ടും. പിന്നെ സ്ലൈഡ്സ് ഒത്തിരിയൊക്കെ വേണേൽ കാശ് കൊടുക്കണം, ചിലതൊക്കെ ഫ്രീയാ. സ്ലൈഡ്സ് കാർണിവൽ ഞാൻ അവിടെ നിന്ന് എടുത്തതാണെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ ഓർമ്മ. ഇന്നത്തെ എൻ്റെ PPTയുടെ ഒരു മഞ്ഞ പശ്ചാത്തലം ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടോ സുന്ദരേശ സാറേ?
നല്ല സാറേ. ഞാൻ മാത്രം സ്ലൈഡ്സ് മാത്രമല്ല നമുക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇപ്പൊ ഫിഗേഴ്സും മെക്കാനിക്കുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടതാണ് ഞാൻ ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതില്
ഇങ്ങനെ കിട്ടും. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ ചെയ്യേണ്ട സുന്ദരേശൻ, നിങ്ങൾ പലപ്പോഴും ടോപ്പിക്കാ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? ഇപ്പം IC എൻജിൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ PDF വരിക, അല്ലെ PPT വരിക കൂടുതൽ, അല്ലെ? IC എൻജിൻസ് പിക്ചേഴ്സ് നമ്മൾ ഒരു വാക്ക് ചേർത്താൽ പിക്ചർ മാത്രമായിട്ടുള്ള സെർച്ച് കിട്ടും. അപ്പൊ അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് പലതും ഫ്രീ ആണ് എടുക്കാം. കാർട്ടൂൺ പോലത്തെ കിട്ടും, നല്ലത് കിട്ടും. അതാണ് പിക്ചർ എന്നൊരു വാക്കോടെ ചേർത്താൽ അത് തന്നെ തുറക്കാൻ പറ്റും. നമുക്ക് കണ്ടന്റ് ഒന്നും നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടായിരിക്കും, നമുക്ക് കാര്യമൊക്കെ അറിയാം. നമുക്കൊരു പടം വരച്ചെടുക്കാനാണ് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്. അത് മതി. പിക്ചർ കൂടി ഒരു കീ ചേർത്തുകൊണ്ട് ഗൂഗിളിൽ സെർച്ച് ചെയ്താൽ മതി.
നമ്മള് പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് നമ്മൾ ആവശ്യത്തിൽ കൂടുതൽ രാജേഷ് സാറിനെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിച്ച് സാറിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് മാക്സിമം ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ നമ്മൾ ഊറ്റിയെടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. ഇതിൽ സാറിൻ്റെ ഒരു വിശാല മനസ്കത എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മളൊരു 6 മണി വരെ സാറിന്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിച്ചാലും സാർ അതിന് ആൻസർ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. ബട്ട് വി ആർ ഹാവിങ് അവർ ഓൺ റെസ്പോൺസിബിലിറ്റി. വി ഹാവ് ടു respect his time also. So I request Jyoti Miss to have the official ending of the session.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rajesh sir, for your wonderful and very informative session on online education. Now we have feedbacks from our participants. First, I invite Mr. Sajid C, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering, Government Polytechnic College, Chelakara, for his feedback about the session.
Good afternoon all. Audible ആണ് madam?
Yes, audible ആണ് sir.
Okay. So Dr. Rajesh sir has delivered a very fantastic and thought-provoking session. That is the highlighting aspect. As a participant, this is just an extension to session of Dr. Ram Kumar that gave us so much intriguing aspects. As a teacher or as a person in the technological community, what we have to do. So today Rajesh sir started with how to align the education sector with the requirements of Industry 4.0. So that itself is a very special attribute. And then with each topic, each slide, each delivery, sir reiterated that aspect. And sir has injected a simple point to us. We are forced to adopt this asynchronous mode of online education. So let us do it on a maximum note. Let us come out of our comfort zone. Even if we are teaching from home, even if our students are in the comfort of their home, let us come out of the comfort zone, explore a new regime, make more engaging teaching, and have very open-ended evaluations. So it's on us, it's on the teachers and the supporting system to deliver, use the positives of the COVID, and let us make a unique prospects of our students in coming days. And it's unlikely for me to stress on the fantastic teamwork of GWPTC Kottakkal. We all know Ranjit sir, they have a very good leader and a lot of persons, Sriraj sir, Ulkarsh sir, Nisha madam, Jyotish madam, and a lot of persons are there who made this creative FDP, and they are delivering this for the benefit of all the polytechnic community. They are allotting their energy and time for us. So no words to express my gratitude as a participant. And I would like to stress on the fantastic support that SITTER has offered. Especially our SITTER announced the guidelines for the online classes way back in June. It was one among the first in India. And no, they are supporting this very innovative FDP. The sitter support has given seriousness and spread to this FDP. So I hope and I am sure that sitter and the polytechnic community will continue in combining those contributions from all colleges. Many good things are available in all our colleges. Let us combine all those things, and in long term, let us reap the good harvest. So thank you, Rajesh sir. Thank you, GWPTC Kottakkal, and thank you, Sitter.
Thank you, Sajid sir, for your good words. Next, I invite Ms. C.G. Gengan, lecturer in Instrumentation Engineering, Government Polytechnic College, Kottakkal, for providing the feedback. C.G. Miss.
Hope I'm audible. Thank you, Jyotis.
Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Good evening, all. To quote the words of Nandan Nilekhani, co-founder of Infosys Limited, who said in an interview a few days before that in the post-COVID world, the past is no indication of what is in future. So with disappearing classrooms, we are now in the virtual world of learning. So the topic tools and approaches in post-COVID education stands appropriate. Rajesh sir has taken us through a path in teachers' perspective to the core reality that we are going to face, or probably we are facing right now. And he also introduced to few online teaching tools that we're going to use in future and now also. So it's my great pleasure and privilege to express our sincere gratitude on behalf of GWPTC Kottakkal team to Rajesh sir for consenting to be our resource person and for your time, sir. It was really interesting to listen to you. It's a privilege to thank all the participants for joining us, being with us all day. I express a deep sense of appreciation to Sajid sir for those wonderful words in his feedback, which is truly our driving force for the sessions to come ahead. Thank you, the entire GWPTC Kottakkal team. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sijimis. We'll wind up the session by a formal vote of thanks. I invite Bindu Miss to propose a vote of thanks.
Miss, our respected and most distinguished faculty of today's second session, Dr. M.V. Rajesh sir, I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to you, and I am sure that the topic tools and approaches in post-COVID operation provide a good experience to all participants. So once again, a big thank you to you, sir.